It is the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. And we are coming to you live. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good.
Woo.
You all right?
Yeah.
You look like you were struggling over there.
Phone was acting up.
Carmen, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. What did I do?
No, I like it. I like happy mood.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel
That's why
like it's
I
been
try
so
to be-
long.
Listen, guy, I've been
Carmen.
happy.
I got to tell you, this guy loves the teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I put Mike Calta in my mouth every day.
Oh.
The creamsicle is delicious.
Right? I'm
It's
afraid
hard
to
not
try
to eat.
anything else because I like that one so much.
Yeah. I love the wintergreen. That's my go-to, but I like mint.
I like.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
like-
use too. It's good.
I do
Yeah.
a little mint plus the tropical,
Oh.
one on each side.
Both? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You're
nice.
combining
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, because I was doing just the one pouch, and I didn't feel like it was giving me any energy. Well, 2 pouches, lots of energy.
Well, some of them are caffeine-free. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
So
did
I-
not
Read
know
the
that.
label, idiot.
Yeah.
That's
I know the one specific that Mike is talking about, the creamsicle, the Mike Allstott.
Yeah.
That is caffeine-free.
Okay, good. Because I'm not getting any juice from it, but I don't really care. I
Right.
wasn't trying to get a little thing. I just didn't want to put food in my mouth. So
I've
I
been
put
like, I've been like doing the creamsicle at night.
Yeah.
That's like my little treat, my little snacky snack treat.
I find it's been hard to chew through those little bags.
Yeah.
That's not, you're not supposed to do that.
I just swallow them whole.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't.
I feel like I'm
just
doing
do
it
like-
wrong.
I just do like a handful, like nuts.
Yeah.
I put some in Joe's paprika
What?
bottle over there.
I'm doing
It-
something wrong, I think.
It is awkward when you take it out because it just
Just
looks
spit
like
it.
Yeah, I did. I took it out. I actually got up to pee and I spit it in the toilet and I went, "Oh God, that looked awful."
Mm.
Yeah.
Looked like I just spit something out of like a piece of my cheek just came out.
Yeah.
It's that dark brown, weird looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm in. I'm all
Yeah.
in.
Mm.
It's very helpful. I love them at the gym. That's my main time that I use
Oh, do you
them.
go to the gym?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
No.
That's my favorite spot.
Yeah.
To
Gio and I switch flavors halfway through our reps.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
While Gio's benching, Mike is spotting him and he just spits
Yep.
in his mouth.
Thank you. It gives me that extra little push.
Right.
Yeah, you can do it. You can do it.
Give it everything.
184.
Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, only when we go hard.
Yeah. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the supply.
Carmen's the plug on Teaser.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Can I tell you this?
No.
Fall Guy?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
What?
Shut it off and halfway through it.
I
Love Ryan Gosling. He was funny, but
and he's great in it.
yeah,
I don't like Emily Blunt.
No,
I
me
don't
either.
like her.
me either.
She's racist. Oh, she totally is. She hates America.
Yeah.
She
That
100% hates America. But yeah, I was watching it and I started scrolling for a while. Like I was like, all right, what's my phone? What's
Yeah.
going on here? And then I wound up the last probably 10 minutes fast forwarding. All right, what's okay?
I didn't
all
even
right,
care
got
enough
it, got
to
it.
fast forward. I was like, oh.
Damn.
Yeah, it did not do anything for me. I don't know. I watched it. I watched probably 3/4 of it, and then I finally was like, oh, this
Was it
is-
just the plot sucked or?
the plot sucked? It was too silly. It was
Mm.
like the TV show. He's a stuntman, but he's also a bounty hunter. And in this thing, he's a stuntman, but they need him to go find this guy who's missing, and it's just not good. It's
Yeah.
just
That makes no
sloppy.
sense. Yeah. You
Yeah.
have 2 different jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
Aaron Taylor Johnson is
Yeah,
in it.
I like him.
He plays the movie star that he is the stunt guy for, and they do make a reference of him. They say you're like a Bond villain or whatever, which I thought was funny.
That's
'cause-
cool.
The only show to like movie transition that I ever liked was 21 Jump Street with.
That was great.
Dude,
That was
so
really good. 22
Jonah-
Jump Street was great
Yeah, it was
too.
even better.
Yeah.
But other than that, when they take the show and try and make it into a movie, it rarely comes out
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like, oh wait, they're not following the script. I just was like, this is just dumb. This is
Yeah.
just really dumb. But Ryan Gosling is likable and he's funny in
Yeah.
the movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Can I
He's
tell?
good.
Can I tell you what movie I watched last night
Yeah.
and cried?
Oh, The Godfather.
Oh.
I know. That's
Shrek.
right.
When Sonny
Watched
gets
it
killed, it's
and
so
cried.
shocking.
Look what they did to my boy.
Dumb and Dumber.
No,
What?
the Iron Claw.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
very
yeah, dude.
depressing.
Yeah, bless that family's heart, man. Oh, I felt so bad, and I was Googling and reading those story about it because I guess there was actually 6 kids, and they just made one kid into 2
Yeah.
of the real life children in the movie and stuff. But all just, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie, but yeah, it is. It's very depressing.
Yeah.
It's obviously their life story was very depressing.
Yeah, at the end, the last death, and you knew the movie was about to end. There was
Spoiler.
about like
Spoiler.
5 minutes. It's a real life story. Don't
Come
spoil
on.
Do
it.
not tell me about Titanic.
What
They
a
were
bunch
like-
of horse faces, though.
Oh my god.
Well,
They just they were the horse faces family I've ever seen
Oh,
in my
in
life.
real life? I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
you meant like because Zac Efron's face
No, and
looks
that's the thing.
wild,
They
yeah.
kind of captured how horse faced the Von Erichs were because Zac Efron's face looks so weird.
They had
Zac
that
Efron
chin.
with
Yeah.
his little page boy haircut in there.
Dude.
That is like if you saw that guy coming out of an alley, you'd go, "Oh my god!" Because he's all jacked. He's got the weird little haircut.
Bang
Yeah.
lines,
Yeah.
How are you young and old at the same
Yeah.
time?
But that was a really good movie. And,
Yeah.
But very sad. Like I said, I cried. I'm
You did.
definitely about to start my period.
Oh.
I already know
Thanks for
it.
the warning.
You're welcome.
Oh.
Listen, everything has been bugging me.
Stay out of the woods.
Oh, boy. What did Chad do?
Don't go swimming.
Nothing. But he annoys me. Everything
Oh.
he's doing. And so I just tell him, like, just leave me alone. It's better for both of us. Because otherwise I'm just going to yell at you and I'm going to be mean. And you know I'll be mean.
Oof.
So I'm like, just leave me alone. And then, but of course, that's him. Then he wants to be around me all the time.
Oh.
It makes no sense.
Maybe that's my wife's problem. My wife and I got in a big fight yesterday. And the funny thing is that every fight I'm like, I will not back down. And then at the end of the thing, I'm like, I was wrong. I'm sorry. But I don't know. I feel like I'm just bailing out on the I was wrong thing just because I don't want to fight anymore. I'm
I
like,
mean, that's okay. Yeah.
My wife and I are not fighting, but you guys are trying to make me fight with my wife. I put up a poll yesterday on Twitter. I said, "What do I love more, gambling, my dog Lord Vader, or my wife?"
Oh, that's a toughie.
My wife is coming in dead last. 88.1%. This is so far. 160 votes in, 12 hours left. 88.1 says my dog Vader. 6.9 say gambling, and 5% say my wife.
I would go in that order.
I would agree with that.
that is not true.
Yeah.
100%. Why are you winking, Delvin?
Don't tell my wife. No, she was laughing. I
mean-
told her 5% before we went to bed, and she goes, "Oh, I'm up a point."
Top three's not bad. I mean,
Hey,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, she's
Top
in there.
three's not
3 out of
bad.
3.
She could be like 5th or 6th, 4th. Like top 3, you're at least getting a medal.
Yeah.
Oh, man. No, I did not have a good day yesterday.
I'm sorry.
What
Michael.
happened? What were you guys fighting over?
How was the doctor?
Nothing good.
No.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no
the
doctor.
Oh,
Was
no.
it party stuff, party related?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, I got my invitation.
Oh, I
Thank you.
did too.
So
Oh, that was a real
Oh.
thing. I thought that was one of those scam texts.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not.
It
how
is.
that-
Don't come.
Well, to RSVP, you have to give your mother's maiden name and your bank account.
Yeah,
Yes.
didn't street that you
Just to
lived
make
on.
sure, yeah.
That's fine.
Joe, did your invite say +4?
No, it just said me.
Well, you can bring your sugar face.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
What about
I mean,
the
I could
mother?
make her wait in the car if you want.
What's that?
I could
no,
make her
no,
wait in
no,
the
no,
car.
no, no, not at all.
Should we leave grandma on the couch back at
Yeah.
Whore Island?
Yeah.
Who's gonna drive him?
I am.
Joe heard dinging, but he didn't know where his phone was. So wasn't sure.
Oh, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe.
No.
So you guys want to take off today?
Yeah.
Oh.
No. We're off on Monday.
We are off. On
Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, we're almost there. Just a couple more days.
Mhm.
And today we have the open letter rewind.
And
Look at
Oh.
Carmen. You
Sell
got
it,
it.
Carmen,
Yeah,
sell it.
Carmen, you got it.
Yeah. Do we have a guest today or is that tomorrow?
Yes, we
Today?
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a guest today.
And
Oh.
tomorrow.
See, these shows are gonna fly by, so we got to do it.
I love your enthusiasm.
You're
Mhm.
welcome. I just don't want to use one of my best stuff that I'm making for Hurricane Prep.
Oh, I would never just quit the show
I
in the
know.
middle of the show. I have today my son's high school graduation today.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Man.
Are
What
you
time
guys
is it?
taking any noisemakers?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I don't
want to
know.
embarrass that
Vuvuzela?
kid. Yeah, Vuvuzela.
Ah.
No. I don't know. I just like to do the polite clap, even though everybody screams. "Woo."
Mhm.
I'm
Do
with
you,
you.
do you like that when you go up there and you graduate and everybody screams for you?
No. I am a very much couple claps. Let's move it on. Let's get it going. Like I said, I didn't even go to my college graduation because I didn't want to sit through hours of people that I never.
You never
know what I
went
mean?
to your college.
I've
so-
never been to my college
yeah.
still, but like that's the thing. I was like, I'm not paying money to go do this.
I find, and this may come across as racist to some people.
No.
But there are large groups of black families that make the most noise. Like
They
when
try to.
what's that?
They like try to.
Right, but here's the thing. Let me finish this. So when we went to my niece's graduation, there were little pockets of groups, and most of them were little black families. And I don't mind. Like I'm not like, oh, don't do that. We're just not those people. But when they did it, I thought I saw just a whole bunch of history. Yay! Oh, you go, Shakina! Yeah. And I thought maybe she's the first kid to graduate from that
Yeah.
family.
Mhm.
Maybe she's
But
you know.
that's racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
I'm
said
saying-
some people may think is racist, that's the part.
I'm making hypotheticals. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's why they're so excited.
Yeah.
Maybe she's the third in the line of Shakitas that graduated, just like your mother and her mother before her. I'm trying to come up with all the hypotheticals to get somebody that
Just because you're not having a good time.
Right.
Listen, I was not having a good time. I mean, those things are long. Like today, I'm dreading today.
Did you wind up seeing? I had talked about it before about the lady that got the girl's name wrong. The girl's name was like Julie Kirchhoff or something like that, or Julie, and she goes Julie Jerkoff. I'm sorry.
Yeah. She goes, and that girl was all excited, and then she said it, and she stopped, and she Julie Jerkoff, she called her.
Oh, listen, Chad had one of those his first day of like subbing, and he sent me like a screenshot of her name and was like, "How would you pronounce this?"
Oh.
But it was like
You right back, Jerkoff.
not, but it was something close to that, and I was just like, "Oh no, you didn't." And he was like, "Yeah, that is not how you say that."
Yeah, dude. No, I used to work in a high school, and I was like 22 years old, 21 years old, and it was an all foreign, all black, all Haitian, all like high. Like none of the names were. Most of the kids were immigrants, and none of the names were easy. It was tough. And then I was Mr. Mike to everybody.
Yeah.
At 21 years old, I was Mr. Mike.
Did you go to talk to the students and sit down in the chair backwards?
No, I did not. I was not cool enough.
He's a cool teacher.
Yeah. No, you know what's so weird is that even though I was so close in age to them, I had to wear a tie and nice clothes and stuff every day, and that automatically separates you from the youthful
From
kids that are
Gen
in the school. Yeah, like they don't want to have anything to do with you when you're wearing a tie. You
No, it's weird.
represent teacher to them.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because when you don't know how to tie a tie at that age, you look at that and go, why would you knot something around your neck?
Yeah.
You know how many people don't know how to tie a tie?
It's crazy.
It's a lot,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, anything you don't know how to do, just go to YouTube. Just go.
But
I
even
mean, you
that
should
is-
have your parents teach
Yeah.
you. Your mother or father should have taught you. But I was when I was up visiting my brother, they had something going on, and a lady came over with her son, and she goes, "Does anybody know how to tie a tie?" I go, "Yeah, I can tie a tie." But she had no idea. I don't know whether she was divorced or whatever, and the husband wasn't around. But
But
like,
think about it. I don't. In Joey's entire time that he's been alive, I think he's worn a tie twice. One was probably a clip-on.
how many times have I worn a tie?
No.
Like in my entire life, I never. But my dad taught me how to tie a tie whenever I was younger.
There was no reason. Like it never came up. You know what I mean? So like with me, I know how to do it because I wore a tie to high school and to grade school.
I am constantly, probably to an annoying point, telling my son things just to let him know different things. Like flowers. He was talking about flowers for something. And I go, just so you know, like red roses, that's more romantic.
Right.
Like a friendship thing is yellow or something like that. I said, if you're getting flowers for mom, you don't get her red roses. I mean, you can. It's not like,
But
now.
it means you're in love with her.
Yeah. It's just a thing, whatever. And I explained that to him. But I like explaining things. I saw a woman the other day at the gas pump had her kid who was probably 12, 13 years old pumping the gas, and she was telling him from the driver's seat like how to do it, and not like get out and pump the gas. She was teaching him, and I said, "Hey, that's good." I go, "Yeah, you got to learn how to do all this stuff." I go, because otherwise you get your driver's license, you pull up and you go,
Yeah.
and then you don't know which side it's on and all that stuff. Yeah.
Let me tell you why mom is third place. See, gambling is
It's important to me. By the way, thanks, Mavs. Mavericks.
Oh,
Won last night, yeah.
I don't understand how you have all this recreational money to just be gambling every night.
It is.
I mean, you're winning, so that helps.
That's what it's been. It's been my winnings that I keep on putting back in. You know what I mean?
That's great.
But I also take a bunch out. So the other night on the Celtics game, I won a bunch. So I took a bunch out, and then I had like $200 in there. And I bet a bunch of different stuff. My wife hates whenever I talk about this stuff so much. But I just did some good parlays, and I did Kyrie Irving over 26.5 points. I did Naz Reid over 3.5 rebounds, and Jaden McDaniels over 1.5 threes. And in the first 10 minutes, he had three pointers and stuff. Yeah, so that $50 won me $325.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great. I can't until football comes back around. I think I'm a little,
Yeah, that's how I am. I'm not having as much luck with football or with basketball and stuff.
No, I don't know enough about basketball to get any of it.
3 months ago, I couldn't have told you anybody on any team. I am stats guy now. I know who's getting triple doubles. I know all the difference. Oh, this guy's a great rebounder. Of course he's gonna get over 6.5.
Yeah, I feel like it's better for me to stay out of it, Calvin, because the minute I try to start betting, I'm gonna screw things up for you.
Well, and that's the thing is people are like, hey, what are you betting on this, whatever. And listen, I'm no guru, whatever I'm doing, all right. But also, as soon as I tell somebody, it loses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm getting a lot of the videos of Vegas is going to lose their ass tonight. Here's their bet. And then you try and sign up and they give you their bets.
oh, yeah.
Like there's a lot of people on Instagram.
Sure, yeah, you got to pay for them.
Yeah, they'll give you the one free bet and they give you you sign up for their service and they give you,
Not me, Gio. I got extra hoof videos now.
Yeah.
I found one yesterday where a guy took a hedge clipper, like one of those branch clippers, and had to cut off this thing.
Was it curved around?
No,
Have you seen those?
It went straight in. Now they got it to where I got a new one. It was a ram whose horn had grown into its head,
yeah,
and they
I've
had to
seen
put
that.
a chainsaw in there and saw it off.
I've seen where the animal rescue or whatever goes, and the horses or the ponies, they haven't done anything to their hooves forever, and they're just out there, and their hooves look like genie shoes. They're growing. Yeah, it's crazy.
This guy just clipped it off with the branch clippers.
Would you want to do that, or you just like to watch it?
I don't know. I think I might want to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah. As long as I know I can't hurt them, you know what I mean? Because they say it's just like a fingernail.
Yeah, they don't seem to even move.
No, and they seem very happy when it's done.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, good. Ooh.
My wife is into the hoof videos as well.
Yeah.
It's freaking me out.
I can't stop watching them. At first I'm like, have I seen this one already? I can't tell the difference. So 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. If you check out our Instagram, there's a great video of Love Tiger doing his Eagle Eyes doing
DJ
his show.
Eagle Eyes, yeah.
Did you see it?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah.
You didn't even get the good stuff of him eating his chicken tenders and his ketchup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's 2 hours long.
Yeah.
His light up overmodulated microphone.
It's just so funny. I saw one video where I think it was his mother walking around in the back, and I thought, what does she think is going on?
Yeah.
What does she think is that he's doing? And does she think that he's going somewhere? He's not going somewhere? I don't know.
So listen, I don't want to blow up DJ Eagle Eye's spot or anything,
Yeah.
but the fact that he knows how to do that and have audio and play the songs and his microphones all hooked up and stuff,
Yeah.
but also, how is he doing that? How is he not getting busted for playing all that music and doing the stuff?
I think
You try and put a video up with somebody's music, and
Oh,
they're like,
yeah.
shut it down.
well,
You know
he's
what I mean?
not doing it through YouTube, and he's doing it through probably a fair use music.
I think if you're not trying to monetize
Make
it,
money, yeah.
then it's okay.
Oh,
And
he
it's-
is not.
I'm
monetizing
assuming,
it?
yeah.
And at some point, years past the music being released,
It's true. There's no royalties on it.
Right.
Yeah.
it's so far. I don't know. And I'm just assuming he's doing older music.
He's doing 80s.
Also, nobody's
Oh.
watching,
Yeah.
so that
Wait,
It's not true. A lady in Minnesota named him Eagle Eyes.
That's right. And he had his one fan in Rochester that he kept saying hi to.
yeah.
That's what I want to know. Those are the weird people.
Oh, yeah.
The ones who are listening.
Yeah.
Or worse, watching.
Yeah, and sending him stuff. And
Did you ever see Robin Williams? There's this little meme video going around about Robin Williams about how he would hire homeless people to be on the set with him. and there's the one guy that kind of looks like him.
Yeah.
Isn't that what Love Tiger looks like with the
Yeah.
beard now? Homeless
Yeah.
Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I was like,
Yeah.
who is this remind me of? And then
Yeah.
it just struck me very hard. I'm like, that's Homeless Robin Williams.
He definitely looks better with the beard. Like he
Oh, yeah.
looks more manly and
And it makes his eyes look more attractive. Like
not
before
as crossed.
Right. He had weird eyes before, and now when he got the beard, he just looks mysterious.
Yeah. Yeah.
You think
Looks
mysterious, huh?
eagle eyes.
Eagle eyes, yeah.
But I just love that he has a light up microphone. Like when he
Yeah.
turns it on, it's all red and stuff. And then he's like, and then he's like, all right, back away from the microphone a little bit.
There's one yesterday where he just put the chicken tender down just in time,
Yeah.
just in time to get it. Oh man, I am not looking forward to sitting in that graduation all day today.
How
Oh.
big is the school?
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's not that big. I mean, I
Okay.
sat through USC's, and that was pretty big.
Well, so like where I went to high school, and my graduating class was 84 people.
Oh no, no.
Our
there's way more
graduation
than
took
that.
less than an hour. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't imagine going to a school with like thousands of people.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's not thousands. And,
I think I was
It's
like
a couple
300. Yeah.
There's a couple hundred, and I know a lot of those kids too,
Yeah.
so that's not going to be so bad. Like, it won't be waiting for just one kid,
Yeah.
you know.
Right.
All right, now I feel better. I think.
Yeah.
And
All right.
Kelta, he should be early on, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that how they do it?
Oh.
Yeah, but you can't leave, can
Yeah.
you?
Shamed if you leave early.
They
Oh, I'm
lock
not
the
gonna.
doors.
I'm not leaving early. I got me, my father, my in-laws, my brother and his wife and son, and my wife, and I don't know if my daughter's going. She graduates today too. I got
Yeah.
double graduation day today.
Oh, too much.
Yeah, but get it all over with.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm done. No more kids. How many kids do you have? 4?
3. Yeah.
Oof.
My son graduated. They're graduating next Saturday.
Your third kid gets nothing. To be lucky
Wait.
they even go to the graduation.
Yeah, but she's the smart one.
Oh,
She gets straight A's. She's National Honor Society, and she does it without any effort at all.
she's finally we have
Yeah.
one good kid.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
like she's the smart one of
Yeah.
all 3. So
Oh.
that's why that's.
I
good.
don't have one of those. I
Did
feel
your-
like that would have been the
If
next
you had
one.
one more,
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
Gio, did your son get a car when he turned 16?
15.
yes. So when he was 17.
Okay, are your daughters gonna get a car when they both turn 16, 17?
Yes, probably.
Are
My
you just
son
handing
bought.
out-
My son bought his. I'll probably buy it
Oh.
for my daughter.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Your son bought his car?
Yeah.
What did he buy?
It's a Cherokee, Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I mean, he bought it from my brother-in-law, so he got a really good deal on it. But
Mm,
he, he
still.
earned the majority of the money himself.
He did?
Yeah,
Oof. That's good. You're a
Yeah.
good father.
he appreciates it that way.
Yeah.
He
My
like
son,
take care of it.
Yeah,
Takes
yeah.
Care of it. Oh my Jesus.
yeah. Well, my son takes care of his car,
Yeah.
but I don't think he appreciates how he got it.
Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
but-
Oh yeah, I like my first car was like $250.
Right. That's
You know what I mean?
and did
it-
you like that?
Oh, I loved it.
I didn't.
yeah.
My passenger seat had no floor.
I had to start it with a screwdriver.
Right. So I didn't want that for my kids. Not that I mean I get it, the whole process and stuff, but I was like, no, my kid is not, because I went to high school with rich kids and they all had nice cars and they all had BMWs and stuff. So I'm like, I'm not doing that.
But like my second car was a 1-year-old Ford Taurus
Yeah.
that I bought from my dad for $500 or something, whatever it was. Yeah.
See, that's better. But so I'm not. That's the only reason why I bought my son a car, is because I was like, I'm not making him drive a Datsun B210 with no floor in the passenger
But
side.
also, it's good for like the $250 car. You get it out of your you get it out of you where you're doing donuts and you're doing
Yeah.
neutral drops and all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I miss those days.
Going over the railroad tracks.
Yeah. We used to, my buddy had an old, I think it might have been a Ford Taurus. It was the car that we'd have to learn how to drive in.
Yeah.
And dude, we would just be driving and he would just pull the emergency brake randomly and just
Yeah.
would spin out. It was so terrifying.
yeah, I never did any of that.
High
stuff.
school was a different time.
I didn't have a good enough car. If I pulled the emergency brake and it didn't work on my car, yeah, I just wasn't. I thought about that and I was like, I think I've been thinking about that since high school. I'm like, there's no way my kids are going through this.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the dumb stuff I did when like the same thing donuts. There was a road that was right by my house when I was a kid, and if you would haul ass down, and you could hit. There was like a dip, and you would literally catch air and fly, and we would all come up out of the seats.
Thrill Hill.
Yeah, and if my son did that today, I would lose my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
And now he's got like Life 360, so I know when he's speeding and stuff. But we would do the dumbest stuff, and even now looking back, I'm like, that was so dumb. Like I could have killed myself.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's why, and kids don't understand.
Yeah.
That's why we get nervous because we know we were idiots.
I'm like, what an idiot I was to do that.
I think about it all the time, and I've said it before. It's so funny to think back. So I grew up with 3 older brothers, and my mom would get mad. She'd be cleaning the house, and we'd have all our stuff all over the place. And she'd go, "Why don't you guys go outside and shoot your bow and arrow, ride your motorcycles, or something?" Like the most dangerous stuff.
Go
It was
outside and toss
hilarious.
axes at each other.
Exactly.
We would jump out of the moving cars. Like that was a game we do. Like, hey, I would drop my cousin off, and we would open
Slow
the
down.
door and not try to jump out of the car without stopping.
The most dangerous, crazy, I can't believe we didn't kill somebody story is we would get all the kids in the neighborhood, like all of us, we would go out in our front of the neighborhood, like the entrance it was raised up. And then across the street, this was actually the backside of the neighborhood, there was a graveyard over there. And we took a dummy. We had a dummy with the head, with the eye hook on it, and we would push it out into the road, and we had ropes to its hands where it would move. Yeah, so you'd be driving down this street that was dark, and it was like, 45, 50 miles per hour, and it was dark, and it was by a graveyard, and then all of a sudden, a guy shoots out and goes like that, and cars would hit it. And we had one car that actually stopped, came back, put the dummy in the trunk, and took off.
Oh, took your dummy.
Yeah.
That's so
But
funny.
like, how do we not kill people?
Yeah.
Now, if my son is speeding, I'll get a notification on my phone. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, man, you got to slow down on that road.
Yeah.
Oh man,
It's crazy.
We had cornfields everywhere because it was Illinois, and we'd go in the wintertime on our snowmobiles and just whip ice balls at cars, and then there was nothing they could do.
Yeah.
We were on
Yeah.
snowmobiles. What are you going to try and catch us? Good luck.
I'm glad that my son, maybe because he has nicer stuff, he took better care of it. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? He's
Maybe,
not
yeah.
speeding in his car. Remember that one woman that complained about my son driving?
Yes, I do.
She said that my son was just driving like a lunatic and blah blah blah. I don't know the woman. I don't know how she claimed to know my son. And I said, how do you know that it was my son? And she said, because it was a black Tesla. And I go, do you think that in an effort to make a profit,
Yeah, exactly.
Tesla made more than one black
Yeah.
Tesla? And besides, my son has 104 fever and hasn't left the house in 2
Yeah,
days. So,
yeah.
and I was like, idiot.
I think the fact that your son does the pots helps a lot because I think I would have been just being way more relaxed.
Yep.
Because I wasn't, and I was lighting stuff on. And me and our whole group of friends were always looking for something to do. We never had like anywhere to just go and chill and sit.
No, I got lucky with that kid. He wants to go in the recording studio every
Yeah, he
day
just wants to chill.
and chill out. That's all he wants to do.
Yeah,
I'm
not me and
very
my
happy with
friends.
that.
We were throwing snakes at each other.
Oh.
Lighting stuff on fire. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
none of that.
Yeah,
All right.
A lot of wild stuff in the woods.
A lot of dude,
A
yeah.
lot of wild stuff happened in the woods. I can tell you that.
I'm surprised no one's went in the woods in the back here.
Like us.
And no, I don't know. Like when Joey was younger, like him and
Yeah.
his friends didn't go explore.
Yeah,
You know,
me too.
Like Stand By Me?
Well, we
Oh,
used
yeah.
to do that. We
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
go
yeah.
in the woods and
100.
just look.
yeah.
Yeah,
but
but growing up in Florida, you know there's going to be a gator back
Maybe that's
there,
why.
or a
Swamp
snake
back
or
there.
That doesn't
something.
stop you.
Well,
Yes,
that's
it
not
does.
me.
Yeah.
I'm dying
Yeah,
to throw a fishing pole in that lake, but I won't go near it.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I would consider people that are raised here, like born and raised here, you just get used to there's always a gator somewhere close to you if you're
Yeah.
anywhere in wilderness.
So stay
So-
away from it. That's
Yeah,
the
you
thing.
just kind of get maybe, but I think a lot of us just get desensitized and you just don't care. They don't really mess with you unless you didn't.
I have seen little kids go down to this
Yeah.
lake and fish, and I won't go over
Yeah,
there.
yeah. So
I won't. I'm not taking any chances.
yeah, I'm way more afraid of water moccasins than I am of
All right,
gators.
that
Yeah.
too. That too. Do you know that when I was a kid, I went canoeing in Pennsylvania, and there were snakes in the water, and they would avoid you, but if your canoe overturned and they were there, you could see them rippling through the water.
Yeah.
And I was told it was a water moccasin. And I told the story on the air, and it took Big Dick like 3 years, but he researched it and he came out to me with he was like, there were no water moccasins in Pennsylvania. You're making this story up. I'm like, I was told it was a water moccasin. I don't know what kind of snake it was, but it certainly, when you're in the water and it's coming at you like this,
Yeah.
that's the scariest thing
It's
you've
an
ever seen.
anaconda when you're in the
Oh,
water
no.
and it's coming at you.
It's just, you wonder how many there are.
Yo,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Hundreds
Oh,
in my mind.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
They say the pythons are starting to make their way up
Oh, yeah.
from South
I saw
Florida.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Where?
Yeah.
What are they taking? Alligator Alley?
Yeah, I think so.
You know?
Because
Yeah.
it's overrun down there with pythons.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to shoot a python.
Oh, dude.
Well,
Have
they
you seen
have
some of them.
They have the big thing where you go down there and whoever kills the most and
Biggest
win
one, yeah.
money
Biggest
and
ones,
do all
yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
I would love to. Let me say that I would love to shoot one on an expedition. I don't want to have to shoot one because it's in my backyard. I feel like I just put a challenge out there, and I'm not interested in
They're
that.
I don't
coming
know.
for you.
Yeah.
Remember when the Jackass they did the python in the ball pit
Yes.
and like that wrapped
Oh.
around
Yes.
Steve-O's leg and like instantly took him down.
Yes, and remember Bam was crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was. I do not like snakes either, man.
Those things are you don't realize the strength they have.
The biggest Burmese python caught in Florida weighed 200.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
pounds.
dead. There's just
Oh,
nothing
yeah,
you
that's
can do.
eating you.
There's nothing you can
Yeah.
do.
And
It's
it's a
not
slow-
even eating you. It's just it's just squeezing you.
It's a slow death too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they eat you, and then they regurgitate you and eat you a second time.
Do they the pythons?
Yeah, well, that's what they did in Anaconda, so that's what happens in my
Yeah.
mind.
See, I thought the python just crushes you and stops your circulation.
Well, I know that, but then because they don't want you wiggling around when you're in the belly. But I don't think they have the digestive power to do it in one go round. I think they have to regurgitate you and then do it again, crush you down.
The
even more.
idea of being inside a snake's
Oh,
stomach,
dude, it's
just like kind of barely alive.
oh,
Oh my god!
it's I don't want it. I don't want it. And the pythons are like Gio said, they're coming in and they're getting bigger and bigger every year.
Moving north.
Chainsaws and shotguns.
Yeah,
Chainsaws
yes.
and shotguns.
Flamethrowers also.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Get the show moving this morning. We've got an open letter rewind coming up here, and then we'll dive right into Sporkle. And then, of course, we'll have news. So we got the guys from Saigon Kick coming in the 9 o'clock hour. They got a show tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater. And what else?
I think that's it.
All right, good. Let's just
Yeah,
wrap
yeah.
it up.
All right.
Oh,
Get it
man.
out. Get it out.
I thought you were going to puke.
No, I was trying to force it out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go out. We'll take a break. Florida investigates Starbucks diversity policies. I saw that Ashley Moody said that Starbucks is racist for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm sure we'll get into
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
But
they're
how
not back to
dare
talking
you.
about race?
How dare
Hello,
you?
how is your race today?
We'll take a break. Sporkle's next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. Oh, man. Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
We have a bunch of stuff.
Oh, man. For a second, I thought you passed out or something. I wouldn't even know.
No. We have a bunch of stuff. We have tickets for Saigon Kick, which is tomorrow night.
Yep.
Tickets for Kane Brown, which is next weekend. Steve-O and the Marley Brothers.
All right. You'll have your choice as we play a little Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Carmen, what are we playing today?
Okay. Today we're going to play Name the Game. Can you name the games below from the hints? Okay, so I'm going to give you a hint. You're going to name the game.
All right.
Okay.
Is it all kind of game, board game, sports, everything, or
Like-
what?
Mainly board games,
Okay.
I will say.
All right.
Okay.
All
But
right.
Okay.
cards, dice, those types of games.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, your first one. Cheese, marble, bathtub.
Mousetrap.
Geo. Select a quest,
Dungeons
lexicon,
and Dragons.
Cloodle.
Poodle?
Cloodle?
Cludle?
Select a quest, lexicon, Cloodle.
Magic the Gathering.
Pokemon.
How dare you? No clue.
Cranium.
You never caught a koodle?
I did. I took medicine. I got rid of it.
Decoding board, code pegs, key pegs.
Battleship.
Decoding board, code pegs, key pegs.
Spy game.
Mastermind. Grandma Nut, Jolly, Gumdrop Forest.
Candyland.
Candyland, Mike Calta.
Grandma Nut.
Mm.
Mm.
Let me get that grandma nut.
One. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. One's small straight, full house.
Poker.
Blackjack.
5-card stud.
No, I was looking for Yahtzee.
Oh.
Don't say it like you just played Yahtzee last night.
I was
looking for Yahtzee.
How else do you say Yahtzee? Red dots, spinner,
Twister.
Galvin,
Oh,
Yeah.
what happened?
take it
Catchy.
easy.
Grandma's nut.
Pop-O-Matic,
Trouble.
yes, Spanish,
Spanish.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
I'll give that to Gio. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had a
Alright.
split second. That's integrity.
Integrity.
Joe.
Good
Yeah.
integrity.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Joe's doing a great
Words.
job, Joe. Don't let that
Yeah.
Thank
influence
you.
you. Yeah, I got
Spanish
you.
is intimidated because he's sitting next to Gio.
What?
Your next one, triple letter score,
Scrabble.
Oh.
Galvin. Water on the knee, spare
Operation.
ribs, Galvin. And Pap, we're halfway there.
Water on the knee.
Spanish is not on the board.
Red basket.
Michael with a single point. Gio with 2. And Galvin is your leader right now. He's winning with 3.
All right, we are playing Name the Game. Your next hint, wooden blocks, tower formation. Yes, Pap.
Galvin.
Oh,
Galvin gets the point.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He's intimidated by Galvin.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Flag, marshal, scouts.
Capture the flag.
Risk.
Stratego.
Yes,
Ah.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Millionaire estates,
Monopoly.
payday.
What were they? What were they?
Millionaire estates, payday.
Life?
Mike Calta. Hall, Mrs. White.
Clue.
Gio.
That's the one I was waiting for.
Wedges, cards.
Trivia Pursuit.
Mike Calta. Six-pointed star, colored marbles.
Chinese checkers.
Spanish. Luxury tax.
Monopoly.
Geo. And Pap.
Oh.
We are on the last 3.
Spanish has 2 points on the board. Michael has 3. And Gio and Galvin are both tied right now. They have 4.
Ooh. Close.
All right, name the game. Last 3. Here we go. Aircraft carrier.
Battleship.
Just- Galvin. Rook, pawn.
Chess.
Check. Oh, damn it.
Galvin.
Quick.
You scared me.
Check.
And your last one. Northern Europe.
Risk.
Mex-
Risk.
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 Geo.
Your final score, Spanish on the board with 2, Michael with 3, Gio had 5, and Galvin is your triumphant champion today. He won with 6.
Ka-chaya! Woo!
Is that 2 in a row?
Let me check. That is 2 in a row. Michael.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Watch out, everybody. I gotta be honest with you. I thought I was going to do terrible on that one, and I was
Yeah.
for the first half.
Those are tricky. I haven't played board games in a long time.
I haven't played a lot of those board games. I
Yeah.
haven't heard of some of them. I was like,
Pick a line, Galvin.
line 5.
Good morning. Who's this?
This is Brandon.
Hi, Brandon. How you doing?
Fantastic.
What are you doing today?
Driving to work right now, headed down to Sarasota.
All right. Well, have a good trip. Hold on a second. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with tickets. Okay, buddy?
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you, buddy. Hold on. There you go. Yeah. That's it. Have a great day. We'll see you guys
You
tomorrow.
need some
Bye.
teaser? What's going on?
No. I got a lot going on in my head today.
Yeah.
Got a lot of show going on. We got the guys from Saigon Kick coming in here a little bit later on in the show. They're going to be performing tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater. I am going to that.
I am going
I
to
got my
that.
whole weekend planned out,
Yeah?
based around it. I'm going to Capitol Theater tomorrow night, going fishing Saturday morning,
Oh,
then I have to come back here for a graduation party, and then going back to Clearwater.
nice.
I know once I come back, I'm not going back.
Maybe, but
We'll see.
yeah. Go watch the storms roll in at your nice place over there in
I wish
Clearwater.
there were storms rolling in.
I thought there were storms rolling
I
in
hope
this
Sunday
weekend.
it pours
Oh, yeah.
because I don't want to go to the beach.
Yeah.
What do we have coming up in news, Calvin?
Coming up in news today, see a penny, pick it up. It's all lies and mocha latte with the double shot of racism.
Oh, yummy.
Mm.
I want to remind everybody, if you want to go to see the UFC 303 to watch Conor McGregor and his big comeback, You can do so by going to BudLightUFC.com, finding a complete list of locations around the Tampa Bay area, and then stopping any of those locations. Just scan the QR code, and you are automatically entered to win for you and a guest to go. You got your airfare, you got your stay at the Mandalay Bay, and of course the tickets to the fight, all courtesy of Bud Light and 1025 The Bone. You can stop in Irish 31 in West Chase. You can go by the Blind Goat in Tampa. You can stop by Riveters right there in Dale Mabry, or any of the locations. Go to BudLightUFC.com, scan the QR code, and you could be the winner. We'll take a quick break and come back and jump right into news next on 1025 The Bone. I'm starving today.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
What are we gonna do about that?
That's what I want to know, Gio. That's what I want to know.
Mm.
That's what I want to know.
Are we going McGriddles or are we changing it up? Changing it up,
I
right?
cannot go make griddles.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Joe,
Yes.
on your travels, I may need a protein shake.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
I will
Protein
return with
shake.
one
Yeah.
next time.
I cannot have McGriddles.
Yeah, I understand.
We can pivot to something else. We don't got to go protein shake.
Well,
You're no good to have around.
You can get some of the Huey Magoo's
Oh my God.
Yeah.
the grilled chicken strips.
I don't think there are
Goose is
any left.
wonderful.
no, they're definitely not any left.
Yeah, they got a couple more things of blue cheese you could drink like Gio.
Gio's been doing
Gio was
shopping.
drinking. Did we talk
Stop
about this?
it.
No.
No.
Listen to this, Carmen.
You
Oh, boy.
posted it.
Did he posted it?
No, I think. Well, you said something that
He
you
texted
like
in the
ran
group.
into him.
Yeah. Okay,
Did
I didn't know whether I sent that or not. Whatever. I was like, please, somebody check on Gio.
Oh, I thought you were kidding.
Same.
I was leaving, and Gio had one of those big styrofoam cup things of blue cheese. And I go, what is that? And he goes, blue cheese dressing. And Joe goes, he's drinking it. I go, stop. And I go, what kind of? And Gio chugs the whole thing. He chugged a big thing of blue cheese. Like,
Gio.
I thought he was joking. Like, oh, look at me. I'm going to do it. He had blue cheese
Oh.
all over. Yeah. It was crazy.
Their blue cheese is
Oh, I never tried it.
it's next level. It's
Oh, my
fantastic.
God.
Like I regret nothing.
I'm proud of you, Gio.
Your new nickname is Huey McCool.
It was
I
delicious.
could hear your arteries hardening
Oh,
as I was
my
leaving.
God.
What, and I'm the only person that likes blue cheese dressing?
Well, now I really want to try it.
I do
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
like blue cheese dressing. Do
Oh,
you know how
it's
they
so
make blue
good.
cheese dressing?
Nope.
Not human use, but how just that's made. They take ranch and they leave it out in the sun.
That's
Oh.
fine.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how they make
I
it.
do enjoy blue cheese. I like goat cheese. I like all the weird
Yeah.
cheeses.
Feta? Do you like feta?
I love
Oh,
feta.
I love feta.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Feta's good, yeah.
Yeah.
But blue cheese, like sometimes if I go and I have wings or something, and I go, what is going on? Like something is wrong, and then I realize that it's blue cheese and
Yeah.
not ranch.
Love the
Like
blue cheese.
I like blue cheese. I'm not drinking it
No,
straight from
that's
the
true.
tap.
That's
That's the.
It was wild,
That's the
Carmen.
move.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Oh,
Carmen,
Yes.
you know I have a tradition of taking terrible pictures of you and posting them online.
Yeah.
If you go to our Instagram right now, I just
Oof.
put you up for a TBT
Oh.
today.
Okay. Thanks.
Beautiful picture of you.
oh.
That's a lie.
I swear to God.
I don't trust.
I don't even know what it's from.
I don't trust you.
Mhm.
You look. You
You
look.
know her. I mean, you know him,
beautiful.
Carmen.
Oh yeah, very nice.
See?
Mike said you got to throw way back for this one.
What are you? What are you at a wedding or something there, Carmen? Or you?
It might have been the prom, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yes,
Oh,
that is the problem.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look very pretty.
Yeah. Oh, that was like the first time I got my makeup like professionally done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm never doing my makeup again because I'll never be able to do it like that.
Can you freeze this on my face? Is
yeah,
that
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That
I'm
was
telling
fun.
you, first person who comes up with a pill or whatever that you can take when you get a haircut and you like it right at that length, you take the pill and it
Oh,
stops.
yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be a multi-billionaire.
That'd be great.
Yeah, until you take the other pill and then you let it grow again. Because you never know. Stuff changes. People that get makeup and different stuff tattooed on
Oh.
blows my mind because trends change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw a guy get his hairline tattooed like almost like bangs, and I go, "Whoa, what?
Yeah.
What happens if that's the worst hairstyle in the world in 2 days?"
Well,
Yeah.
you see the people that tattoo their eyebrows on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't understand that when you get something permanent done, even if it looks great, if it's permanent, you can never change it.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Would,
awful.
would you be disappointed if your son came home with a face tattoo?
No, we have a deal. We have a deal. No
good deal.
drugs, no hard drugs, no face tattoos.
What about
Yeah.
neck tattoo?
I'd rather he didn't,
Yeah,
but
you're getting close.
but I gotta tell you, he'd look kind of good with a neck tattoo.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's in his style.
Face tattoos next level.
No,
though.
face
That's-
tattoos
Yeah, that's
dumb.
just not.
Like you look at Jelly Roll. What was that
Oh.
fat idiot thinking? I mean,
Yeah.
he just has lines on his face.
Yeah.
I mean,
Post
think-
Malone's like, I'm a stoner and I'm an idiot and I'm a gazillionaire. Who cares? But
Yeah.
Jelly Roll's like, I'm fat and I'm not the best looking guy in the world. Let me just write on my face.
And before he was famous.
Yeah.
Once you're famous, you're like, all right, well, he's famous and he's a multimillionaire, whatever this, that. But before you're famous, that's a big gamble.
Oh,
He was a drug addict in and out of jail, so I
Okay.
think it was just kind of,
That's what you do.
when you're in jail, yeah, it's something to do.
Kind of bored.
But he just has like a stick line cross down over his eye. That's the dumbest thing ever.
He has a cross. He has a rose. It looks like some teardrop.
Although I will tell you that Uber Eats commercial that he's on where he's like, what happened to my face?
Yeah, I don't think Jelly Roll is a bad dude. I just think he's got bad tattoos.
Yeah.
And he's more overplayed than Titus O'Neil. That's it.
Face tattoos. Face tattoos have to be on the right person. They have to be the right tattoos. Because we've all seen
Mike
girls.
Tyson.
We've all seen
Yeah.
girls with face tattoos that you're like, that's pretty
Oops.
hot. That's pretty
Yeah.
hot.
Well, no, remember the one shaved her head, used to date Kanye? I can't remember.
Ruby Rose.
Amber Rose.
Yeah.
Amber
Amber
Rose.
Rose.
She's got it right on her son's name on
Yeah.
the base of her
Yeah.
scalp. It's ridiculous.
Ugh.
They're becoming not as like shocking.
Oh,
but-
no.
But it's still pretty hardcore, I think.
Yeah, it's and that Amber Rose one, she got her son's name written on her hairline. That's just dumb.
And it doesn't look good. Like, it's not even a
No.
good font. You know what I mean?
Nah.
A good
You
script or
can't
whatever.
read it.
Your
Yeah.
girl Paige who cut your hair,
Yes.
she's got good tattoos. Like it goes up her neck. Like that's kind of hot.
Yeah.
but-
her whole back is done.
Yeah.
And they all connect.
Right, but it doesn't look like random. Like I made a bad decision one night.
Right.
Also, hot girls with neck tattoo or face tattoo, you know what's up.
Yeah,
You
that's
know
true.
what's up.
That's true.
Yeah. They're chucking the blue cheese, if you know what I'm talking
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Now I want Huey Magoose.
And we got to do something.
Something's got to happen.
How is there no middle ground between McGriddles and protein shake? There's got to be something in between.
Yeah,
There's
I
got to
don't
be a medium.
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know what that is.
You want a medium or a large?
We have to meet somewhere in the middle.
What is breakfast? Eggs. Eggs are protein.
Yeah.
Bacon is meat.
Pancakes with whipped cream and chocolate syrup.
Oh.
That's something. That's a thing.
Waffles with syrup.
I don't particularly like breakfast because I don't really enjoy eggs, but man, will I eat some pancakes. I do
Yeah.
like a pancake.
Yeah.
I like to make them.
And you
I
say
like to eat them.
pancake better than waffle?
No,
I
it's just to me, it's easier to make a pancake.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, if I'm going out and I'm ordering, I'm probably getting a waffle.
Well, you do have a waffle maker that Spanish got you.
I do, but
That you've never used.
no,
No.
I did not. I already had a waffle maker.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
You told me you didn't. You and your wife both told me you didn't.
Not a bad gift.
Maybe that is the waffle maker that we use.
I hope. I hope.
Oh, then maybe we're
You
using
don't-
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
that.
strike me as that much of a waffle liar. You know?
He's
I'd love-
waffling a little bit right now.
I don't. You know. I
I'd
don't.
love to strike you.
Why?
You said you don't strike me, and
Oh,
I'd love to strike you.
Yeah. You know. I don't see you lying about your waffles, but yeah. No. I got you that because I asked both you and your wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then that must be the one we're using.
I hope so.
Sorry,
Otherwise,
Spanish.
I'm
I
sorry.
apologize.
I got
Thank you for
another
thank you for the years of waffle making you brought us.
I am not mad at a pancake, but a waffle I think is superior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I mean, nothing holds the groove.
Is this food?
wait a minute.
No.
Why couldn't you bring Huey Magoo's with you? Oh, we got our skateboards.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Let's
Mike,
do it.
Raise up.
hold on, Mike. Get on this
That's
microphone.
not for
get on
him.
Get on the microphone.
It's not for him. How dare
What's
you?
that? Thank you. Put it here.
I don't even touch it. You shouldn't.
Put it right here.
You're not raised up. You're raised over.
You shut up.
You're raised out.
Hold on. I'm coming back. Give me a second. Whatever. There you go. Now hold on. Now we've been friends for a long time.
Yes.
I don't feel like these were really for us.
Of course they are.
And I don't believe you. Why did they not send us jerseys but send us skateboards?
I don't know that answer.
I
Do
feel
you
like
think this is backlash from not sending the jersey?
Nah, I don't think they care. I don't think that they're like, oh no, he's mad at us. I don't think they care.
I don't think they
I
care
feel
either.
like Mike Olivero got extra ones and he was like, I'm gonna put 2 aside for the morning show.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
might swear on your children that's not what happened.
I never swore on my
Oh, I knew it. Are you lying?
No, I never swore on my children.
Well, make this a first. Make this a first. Swear on my children.
No, that's
Swear on Jarvis.
Your fine young son is graduating today.
Swear on Jarvis.
Yeah,
No,
swear on your
never
daughter.
on Jarvis. Jarvis is
Oh.
one of my children.
How dare
He's like,
you?
listen,
Wow.
open mouth Sal, I need you to take one for a team
Oh.
here.
Yeah.
Do me a favor. Let me have your skateboard.
It's not the first time he
Either
said
that
that
or
to
your
him.
luggage got lost.
Right.
Did they send one specifically for us, or did you take it from the extras and say, I will give this to the morning show?
They sent one for the Mike Calta Show and one for Gio.
I don't even want this.
This is Ann Kelly's skateboard.
Is that true?
Yeah.
One was for the Mike Calta Show.
That was an awfully high.
I feel like you're lying. I feel like you're lying.
Stolen valor.
You would not lie to me after all these years of friendship?
Oh, that's a lie.
Can't even get it out.
Get out of here.
Maybe just tread the truth line a little bit. But, yeah.
So this wasn't for us.
It's absolutely fair. I brought it here. It's for you.
No.
Nope.
How dare you?
Mike, you have to tell me the truth, because if I find out later on, I'm gonna shred it. I'm gonna put it in the shredder.
No. It's a very nice skateboard. I think
It
you
is
should
very
keep it.
nice.
Yeah, I think Joey would like that.
No, Joey wouldn't want
It'd
it.
look good in the studio.
Listen to me.
You need some raised representation.
I can't, because I can't. There's no truth on this one. There's no truth. Did the Rays send that specifically for us, or did you just give us one out of the group?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's your answer.
Now we know the truth. Now we know the truth.
Roger and JP aren't here. They'll never know.
Yep.
Hey, Monica, I want to see you riding a skateboard right there.
Should I break it now?
Yes.
No, it's
Yes.
no.
It's
Break
because
it.
you lied.
No, I didn't lie. I told you
Tell
the truth.
the truth. Tell the
Yeah.
truth. I won't break it. I don't know
You're
if
gonna
I
break
break
it
it.
anyway.
Do it the other
I don't
way.
think you break it anyways.
Can we get your tiny
okay.
chainsaw?
You're
can't
going to
break
have a
that.
stroke. Do
That's-
that. Don't do that.
That's strong.
I vote for the tiny chainsaw.
That's built for people jumping on it.
Yeah.
You
They're
think you're
giving
gonna
these
break
away
it?
to people at the
The first
state.
12,000 people
That's
on
pretty
Friday.
good.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a good price.
Yeah, they're gonna fight with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hit
it's
each
like
other
that
with the-
day in New York City before the Yankees back in the day. All the gangs used to go at that game.
Listen to me. This is you know what this is called? This is a lie board. This is built on lies.
Yeah, I don't want this one either.
No.
no.
It's gonna
Yeah,
the
yeah.
shrapnel's gonna get me. I think you should enjoy that.
I can't now because you lied about it.
You going to Saigon Kick tomorrow night?
No, don't try to change the subject. I can't be your friend anymore.
That's not true.
You lied.
I didn't
right,
lie to
you lied right to my face. You lied twice to me.
3 times.
3.
That's truthful.
So you're saying that they send over skateboards, and whose did we steal?
Mine.
Yours. So they again left us out.
Did they actually send one to Gio?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah,
See?
100%.
Stuff turning around for Gio.
All
They
right.
don't know who Gio is.
Raise up.
They have him on a list.
Gio, they know Gio as much as we know their players.
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
Jose Siri.
So one of us.
Hey Siri.
Yeah.
That's all I know. And the guy who molests kids in other countries.
I got to get to work.
Take this with you. Take this board of
Take your lies
Take
with
this board of lies with you. Ride out on your board of lies, Mike Olivero. How dare you? You came in here under false pretenses. You lied to us on the air yesterday. I'm not mad because I know your lies are for good reason.
Yes.
And then there is a CMG day at the Rays.
Yeah, you coming?
No, I'm not. They don't even like me. They don't want me at their stadium.
I think you should go there.
I'm not going there.
Yeah. Come and have a hot dog.
Listen to me. I'm 0 for 2. I don't really care about sports like talk that much, but I can't tell you how many people have sent to me. Jay and Pat and Aaron and Tom Kresnicki are all crapping on the Rays right now on sports radio.
Oh, they're doing terrible. They're in last place.
Yeah, but people are sending me to like, these guys are dogging the Rays too, and they got skateboards, and I'm like, oh, I see how it goes.
You want to give away some tickets for
No,
next?
I wouldn't. I don't want nothing to do with nothing. This is it. This is 0 for 2. We got no jerseys and we got no skateboards.
I said I would get you a jersey yesterday. You said you would shred it.
I would. I don't want to be an afterthought now. All right. Well, Mike Olivero, thank you for nothing. We're gonna watch you do the slow walk out of here and hang your head in shame.
And then smash that
Take your board. Take it with you.
Smash
Take
that
it with
board.
you. I'm telling you, if it stays, it's going to be in pieces by the end of the show. Yeah. Exactly.
There, take mine too.
I got
Oh,
you left it over there. You left it on the chair.
That's all right. I'd much rather. I have a bunch of power tools I never get to use.
Yeah, the
Can you
tiny
believe that he
chainsaw.
lied to us?
Yes.
I can't accept this.
He's trying to bridge a
Yeah.
gap.
Can I
Like
give-
he's
can I give
trying
that to
to.
my nephew?
Yeah.
He. Oh.
All right.
Listen, I'm not mad at Mike Olivero.
Right.
I know he wants to try and bridge the gap.
Right.
And but again, for them to leave us out, and then Mike was trying to do a nice thing. It would have been better if they just sent them to us. We would have been like, all right, we're good. Clearly, we know where we stand.
No, so
I don't
that's
know.
2 times now.
I don't know
Snubbed.
about we.
2 purposeful times.
They're like me.
They do like you. They must not realize you
That's
work
what
on this show.
That's what I've been told. Yeah.
They
I
got
think I've
you-
been on so many shows.
They got you listed on the Spice Show still.
Yeah, I'm like under the list for like Drew or something.
All right. No, I'll tell you exactly what happened. Mike Olivero probably gave them a contact for the people on the station, and you were in that list as a producer, and they just didn't realize it was this show that you were producing.
I agree.
Now, who over at the Rays doesn't like you, Mike?
I have no idea.
Seems like all of them.
Yeah.
They said I always crap on the Rays. And the truth is, I never crap on the Rays. I crap on the Rays fans. And I crap on the Rays fans for not being supportive of the team when they're not winning. Actually, I'm kind of on the Rays side on that. I'm the one who always is saying that the only time they go to games is when they're in the playoffs or when a bigger team comes here to play them. I think it's ridiculous that they're looking to build them a new stadium because they can't even put people in the other stadium. I don't know how that's crapping on the Rays, but keep your stupid skateboard.
I heard some people refer to you as a hero.
We don't need another hero.
Oh, you're saying we don't need him?
No, we do. We
That was
need
rude.
Michael. We don't need the other heroes.
Whatever.
I think.
I love being the bad guy. So if you don't want to like us, it's fine with me.
Baseball's bad boy.
You should start walking around with a toothpick. Flick it at him.
Play.
You should go in there with a toothpick, flick it at Raymond, and then eat all the hot dogs. By the way,
Dirt on his shoes.
Mike Olivero said hot dogs and Gio wants a hot dog now.
I'd rather them send us hot dogs instead of skateboards.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah. Send a vendor over here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's two. That's two
Two
purposeful snubs. I saw everybody in the media yesterday putting videos and pictures of them with their skateboards up there.
Snubby once. Shame on you.
My video will be of me putting mine in the shredder.
Plus, what the hell am I doing with a skateboard? No wheels. There's no wheels on that thing.
Dude, you should not
What are
ride
you
a
doing?
skateboard.
Yeah, what are you doing with a
Yeah.
skateboard with wheels?
Got to buy some trucks for him, man.
All right.
Don't start your skateboard lingo.
Hey, man. You know. That's all I got. By
You
the way,
do an ollie?
That's it.
Kickflip?
I have no idea what those are.
Oh,
Yes.
really? Come on.
I know ollie. I think is the jump.
Can't wait to
Kickflip,
grind
nah.
later.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
All right.
Do grandma nut?
Yeah.
All right.
We haven't started news.
No,
Greg.
we
All right,
haven't.
let's take a
No.
break,
All right.
and we'll come back and we'll get into news, so we're not too far behind. It's the Mike Calta Show. News is next on 102.5 The Bone. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is a little late, but it's time to check in with Galvin. He's got today's news.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's news is brought to you by Pelt Shoes. They've got the big Memorial Day weekend sale. It starts tomorrow, and it's going all Memorial Day weekend long. Pelts has 6 locations around Pinellas, Sarasota, and Fort Myers. If you hear my voice, you're probably near a Pelts right now. So stop in there. You're going to get $10 off, $75 coupon on full-priced items, and 10% off clearance items. And they have a bunch of clearance markdowns as well. They're going to have the sidewalk sale happening out there. So stop into a Pelts today and this weekend for the big Memorial Day weekend sale. And make sure you tell them Galvin from the Mike Calta Show sent you. So speaking of lies, former 2024 Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley said on Wednesday she will vote for Donald Trump in November. After a bitter primary fight with the former president and months of silence since she ended her campaign in March, Haley confirmed her decision in a foreign policy speech that she did at Hudson Institute. They were her first public remarks since departing the race as Trump's last major challenger within his own party.
I mean, I don't think she has a choice. No matter what she says, she can't vote for Biden. So what is she going to do?
I know, but it's just it's
I would
always
never
this-
vote for him.
Yeah, this person's the worst. I would never do it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
this,
but
that,
I
and
think
then,
she is representing the rest of the country, saying, "I
they're
don't
all-
want to vote for him, but I have no choice."
They're all loyal to their party at the end because
Yeah.
that's where
Right.
the money comes from.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right. I don't think anybody was surprised
No.
by what she said yesterday. I mean,
Well,
that's how I think that's what we expect.
Not only do I agree, but I think she was really doing it because she's at this foreign policies meeting. So she's got to now be that, like you said, the main center of all these other countries that are going to be looking at her.
Right.
I'm excited for her to. I hope she stays as a foreign policy ambassador because she's awesome at doing that. And she's very.
I think she
intimidating.
has a lot of experience at doing
Yeah.
that, and she is intimidating. I don't know if intimidating, but she gets stuff done.
Yeah.
She was great as the UN envoy, and I don't think that she wouldn't be useful in the cabinet now.
And just like DeSantis, she does it in high heels.
That's true.
The U.S. Justice Department will reportedly file an antitrust lawsuit today to break up Live Nation and Ticketmaster.
All right.
Ticketmaster owns between 70 and 80% of the market for primary ticket sales in the U.S.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is wild.
Listen, I never want to be that kid to be like, that guy that says, when I was a kid, I only paid a nickel for bread and all that stuff. But the idea that concert tickets are, I mean, Carmen says I'm rich, and concert tickets are out of my price range.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy. When you think about somebody who has, like, taken 3 kids to a concert, I mean, that's thousands of dollars if you want decent seats. Not even
insane.
Great seats, decent seats.
It's insane. There's few concerts that I think warrant that kind of money. When you have Taylor Swift selling out arenas for 3 nights in a row and stadiums for 3 nights in a row, that is somebody who can get that kind of money for tickets. That's what makes those concerts so special. They do them in really big places so a lot of people can go, and they have different pricing levels. That's there's a couple of exceptions to that. But every band going out right now that has tickets starting at $150 each for nosebleeds is insane.
But the other thing about that is, and listen, if you're in the stadium and you get to Taylor Swift's your favorite and you want to go, but also you're paying a bunch of money for a ticket where you
to see a little light.
You have to watch a screen.
Yeah. I mean, it's about hearing it and the experience and all that, but it really is.
When they have, like you said, they own 80% of the market, that means they can dictate the fees.
Yeah.
A lot of times the fees is you'll get every ticket, you're paying like a whole price of an extra ticket just in fees.
100%.
Because there's no competition. They can totally control what the fees are.
The other thing is you buy your tickets from Ticketmaster, and then if, say, something comes up and you can't go and you want to sell your tickets, they take money out of that as well.
Yeah.
If you have to sell your tickets, you have to sell them on a Ticketmaster site.
Yeah, look, it's good for them. They made a ton of money, but it's horrible for the I'm surprised that bands didn't come together more and say this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But when something gets that big, you can't be that band. Like, how many bands have stepped forward and said, we're not doing this? Very few, because they can't fight that monster.
We'll squeeze you out.
Yeah.
Well, and some artists try to, but then what really sucks is the newer artists. They're the ones who really get screwed because they're already having a hard time selling tickets. You know what I mean? And they already have to sell their tickets for a lot cheaper just to get someone to come see them, and then you have this huge corporation taking half of that from you.
I remember being able to go to the Sundome and see Trickster and Extreme and Danger, like 3 bands together for $30, $35, and it was great. And you go to see them at the Sundome, wasn't that big. It was fine. It's out of control now, so I'm glad that somebody's taking a look at it.
And then the other thing too is a lot of the venues, you have to give them a cut of your merchandise whenever they're selling and doing stuff. I saw the one guy from Falling in Reverse. He was like, "Yeah, we're not going to sell our merchandise here. You can get it on our website because they want to take so much money. It doesn't make any sense. We'd have to charge you so much more for us to make money because we have to pay them too. It's wild." Also, the other thing, I'm spoiled, and thank you to Mike Olivero, who lied to you, but he's very nice to me, who sets me up with tickets and stuff, but I'm not going to a show where I have to sit way up in the thing. No way. I'm not doing that. But if I do buy stuff, it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So Florida's Attorney General Ashley Moody filed a complaint on Wednesday calling for an investigation into Starbucks' hiring process, accusing the company of racial discrimination. Moody is calling on the Florida Commission of Human Relations to investigate the coffee giant. She claims the company's hiring practices go beyond aspirational goals and are there to reach unlawful quotas. On the company's website, Starbucks discloses that its executives, quote, have compensation tied to our inclusion and diversity objectives. In 2022, a press release, the chain vowed to achieve BIPOC, which is Black, Indigenous, and people of color, representation of at least 30% at all corporate levels and at least 40% of all retail and manufacturing roles by 2025 in the U.S.
So what's the problem?
Moody's complaint said Starbucks policies are concerning, that the commission should evaluate if the company could be considered an abusive work environment. So they're basically saying, we're trying to do this and make sure that it's inclusive and there's enough people. And she's saying, you're holding Whitey down because, you're hiring.
Gotcha.
You know,
I was going to say, because the Starbucks that I go to, and I have about 5 or 6 that I go to regularly, I have seen white people, black people, transgender people, people with jewelry in their face, people with tattoos. Like, I've seen the widest net of people. And there's never one where I'm like, oh, that's where all the hot girls work out, or that's where all the black girls work out. They all have all different people. Yeah. I know which one has the transgender people. I know which one has the old people. It's all kinds of people. That's why I was really, I don't know. I think that their efforts to, I don't know if it's too much, but I think their heart seems like it's in the right place.
Well, and that's the thing is there too much inclusivity? Is there too much where you're pushing out other people that are maybe better for the job for somebody who, oh, look, they have blue hair, so let's hire them.
Definitely a concern.
Yeah.
Definitely a concern, but I think that people have been concerned with that for years, and they don't want to come forward and say anything because it makes them sound racist when they do that.
Yeah.
Spanish, I know you've been waiting for it. In sports, NBA playoff action, the Mavs beat the Timberwolves in the first game, and in NHL, the Panthers shut out the Rangers in their first game of the series.
I knew about the Panthers because my dad texted me last night, but I did not know about the Mavs. Thank you.
Wound up being 3-0, was 1-0 for a long time, and then Panthers shut out the Rangers. So
at least the Florida team's in there.
Sorry, Roger and JP.
Yeah, Panthers are good, man.
Yeah,
the goalie Bobrovsky,
unbelievable.
He's
unbelievable,
a monster.
He's like something out of the Matrix.
Yeah.
Goalies win championships.
Yeah.
Sticking with sports and boxing, news about Ryan Garcia's B sample results could take a few days to be revealed after the sample was opened in front of a representative yesterday. Garcia tested positive for the banned substance Osterine, and in the voluntary anti-doping association test completed on the day before and the day of his April 20th fight with Devin Haney. Now, Haney retained the belt because Garcia came in overweight.
Right.
So, but the Garcia won that fight, but now they tested his A sample and they said there was problems with that. Now they're testing the B sample. And I got to be honest with you, most of the times it's the same because, if there's a problem with the A sample, it's rare for it to be, oh, no, the B sample is totally fine. Haney has petitioned the New York State Athletic Commission to reverse the decision from the fight at the Barclays Center in New York. Garcia has vehemently denied any wrongdoing. While results sometimes return sooner, they could take even longer because of Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, I also... Ryan Garcia is nuts, so who knows what the hell he did? I mean, he went to his weigh-in overweight. He went to his weigh-in overweight, drinking a beer.
Right.
Yeah.
And he bet a bunch of money on himself to win.
Yeah.
So that the odds would be all crazy because they're like, look at this lunatic, and he's drinking beer and he's coming in overweight and all that stuff, and he made a bunch of money off of that.
What happens if he wins the money and they take the belt away and reverse the decision?
I don't know.
I'm not giving that money back.
Can you go after him for that money? I don't know what happens with that. Well, but he doesn't have the belt.
He doesn't have the belt because he came in overweight.
Right. So that's why that wasn't for the belt. Whatever. Haney has the belt, even though he lost the fight, but they'll reverse it, where he won the fight, or it's disqualified, whatever. Yeah,
that's
so
gonna be weird.
They just changed their records, right?
Yeah.
Well,
basically.
maybe not though. Yeah.
Then they won't change it. They'll put a little asterisk in there and they'll say, "Hey, reversed."
Oh, the old Uno reverse.
The old Uno, smack it, flip it, rub it down.
I'm excited. This will make their rematch way more exciting.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it was a good fight.
Oh,
it was
it was
great.
great.
It was a good fight. So all these boxing matches have been great lately.
Yeah.
Boxing coming in a comeback.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Lomachenko just fought, and he is unified his belt. There's a few different ones because Usyk just did it.
Right.
Yeah, so there's a bunch, and then I said Bivol is fighting coming up here too, who's really good, somebody to watch as well. This is interesting. Everyone on a Frontier flight out of Charlotte had to deplane after a woman in an exit row joked that she wouldn't help in an emergency. She said out loud.
I saw that. Did you see the video?
Yeah. So she says out loud, there's a lot of cursing in it and stuff, but she said, I'm not going to save anybody. If something happens, I'm going to save myself first. Jokingly. Normally, if you say that, they just move you to a different row. Even if you say, hey, I don't feel comfortable, I don't think I could do that, whatever, they'll move you to a different row. but she ended up being a handful in more ways than one. So they wound up kicking her off the flight. She kept on yelling about getting home to babysit her grandson, and she said she was calling her lawyer. She also, apparently, she was a black woman, used the N-word at one point while accusing the white flight attendant of being racist. The pilot eventually had to get the police to escort her off the plane. No word on charges yet, but they let her across the tarmac in handcuffs.
But it got out of hand.
Right.
Because I don't know, she was making a joke, and then she was like, she said 100 times, she's like, "I'll help everybody. I'll help." Like they just seemed like they escalated it to where it didn't need to go.
Yeah, I don't think they want you making jokes. Is the
They
big
don't.
thing, you know?
They don't. But also, there's a way to go. Hey, ma'am, we're gonna ask you one more time.
Yeah.
Don't make a joke.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do this so that we can avoid all this? But they kept pushing it and pushing it.
But
and
I
pushing
think
it.
also the policy, and I don't know what the policy may be your first answer is your only answer.
Yeah.
So if you say that, even if you're joking, they're like, all right, well, now we have to move you to a different spot.
But
and that's where
they
got
to know people are stupid. And they
Yeah.
got to know people make jokes. The same way the TSA, when somebody was like, "Oh, I got a bomb in my case," okay, well, that's a crime to even joke about it. But you give people a little bit of leeway, And it seemed like they escalated that for no reason, and also was dealing with a woman who, she got all hyper over it. And then on top of that, I think it's the fact that she had to pick up her grandchild from school and was counting on getting it on time, forced her into a panic mode because she realized she wasn't going to be there. And it made it worse. You know what I mean? She started getting...
I think on both ends, probably.
Both ends were just ridiculous.
Because if you do that, first off, don't do that. Second, if you do it and then you realize you're like, okay, I'm sorry, I was just kidding. I'll move over here.
Right. She wasn't like some of those trouble women or people that are on a plane where you're like, Jesus Christ, the passengers want to grab her by the hair and pull her off. She was just making a joke, and then she said 100 times afterwards, she's like, "I'll help everybody. I've said it in front of all these people."
Regardless, though, could you imagine having to deplane for any reason? You'd be like, this son of a bitch.
This is what I wait for on the plane. I stare at the flight attendant, and I wait for her to go, give me the okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get up and yoke somebody and drag them off that plane.
Give you some Navy SEAL signs.
Right. Just, because I am a very much a keep to myself, relax kind of guy until it's time to not be nice.
Joe Rogan was talking about that. He said he had an incident where the lady said, "If this goes down, are you going to help me?" And he's like, that puts me in a weird position because what am I supposed to do? Like, if I hit somebody and hurt that, are you guys going to have my back?
No.
Is the airline going to pay?
Is that Joe Rogan?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Did Joe Rogan just kick that guy and break his neck?
Yeah.
That's
I
wild.
don't know. I could not. I'm not doing anything. Somebody could be arguing with the flight attendant. I'll just sit there and I will wait for some sort of sign of distress before they I need some sort of head nod or something. And then once they do, I'll get up and put a guy in a chokehold in a second.
So
the sign.
The FAA requirements for passengers on the exit row, they have to at least be 15. They got to be able to function without assistance, such as visual or hearing aids. They have to be able to read and understand instructions, which this may be why they got her. Be able to communicate orally in English. Be able to perform the physical duties of the exit row, such as opening the door. And if you do not perform your duties, you can be sued for negligence.
Can't be fat either.
What do you mean?
Can't be if you're somebody that has a seatbelt extension or a requirement, you cannot sit in the exit row.
Really? I didn't know that.
Well,
How'd you find that out?
what? Somebody told me.
I read it in
But
an
isn't
I
article.
read it in the Fat Guy US Daily.
It doesn't make sense because that row has the most room, I thought.
Right.
Right, but
Gross
you
leg
have to
room,
be able.
but you have to be physically able to do it.
Gotcha.
I would tell them, look, I have never had a problem in the exit row, but I don't particularly like the exit row because even though you have more leg room, they have the seats are more narrow, like on your hips. They have like the walls in between instead of like the armrests to lift up, and it makes me feel like I'm squeezed into the chair. But I did see them deny somebody a seatbelt extension in that row one time because of that, and I thought, no one is going to rip that door off faster than me if we have to rip that door off. I want a fat guy is going to go into Kool-Aid mode if he has to open that door and bust right through that
But
door.
you're not supposed to be the first one out. You got to be the last one out.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah,
I
that's why
think
they
that
say
the
you have
help-
to help everybody else.
the help is
You
to
help
open the door.
yourself
Yeah.
before you help. With the mask, you put your mask on first and then help others is what they say.
Right. But you can't. But you're supposed to be helping people out the exit row.
I know, Joe. I think it's your job is to help open that door and get it open, and then people get out.
Okay.
Yeah,
You don't
me-
have to stick around.
No, I don't think you
Okay.
become a flight attendant at that point.
All right.
So this says according to the FAA, the quote is, it requires the passengers seated in an emergency exit row on a plane to be able to help the crew in case of emergency. So I think help the crew is the main thing where Joe might be right, because if they ask you to do something, you have to
you can't require a passenger to take on a role of. I think what they say is if you're going to sit by this door, you need to be the first person to help open this door if the door goes down. You're not. Because the way you're reading it, it's like if the door doesn't open and that the passengers need you to serve sodas, you can.
If
serve
you got to
sodas.
do all that, then your ticket should be cheaper. Too.
I agree.
Like if I'm on staff now, and I got to save lives.
I will tell you, there has been a few different times whenever if it's a plane that you don't purchase your actual seat, whenever it's just free boarding, whatever, where they'll put me in the exit row for leg room, and I'm like, I'll do it. I'm fine with kicking that door open.
Leg room is pretty important when you're on a long flight.
Yeah,
if you can't open your knees, then when you try to stand up afterwards.
When we came back from Ireland, the lady put me in the front where it was like all the leg room. I was like, yes, that's nice.
I had to sit next to Moose.
Today is National Lucky Penny Day. A new poll asked people, what is the smallest value single coin you would stop to pick up off the street or in a parking lot or something? If you see change on the ground, what is it? A dime, a nickel, a quarter? Nothing? You pick up no change.
I'm not picking up change.
No?
Me either. And I here's my theory. It's not because I don't need it or want it. It's just because I feel like somebody else would use that more than I would.
Yeah?
I'm just too lazy. I don't want to bend
Too
over.
lazy?
Yeah.
I always check
What
the
if
year.
there's blue cheese on it?
Check the year?
Yeah,
1943 penny all of a
know what I
sudden?
mean?
Yeah. Boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop, boop.
You do? You look at the year?
I would check
And
the
then what
year.
if it's 74? You just throw it back on the floor?
Nah, I'd probably put it in my pocket and walk away.
Look, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just know if I see a quarter, I'll be tempted to pick up a quarter.
Yeah.
But I'll go, look, somebody else needs that quarter more than I do.
I will not pick up change. In fact, we used to make a joke all the time, never been for change. But I will pick up a penny just because of luck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I will pick up a penny for luck. 11% of people said that they'd pass up a penny but would pick up a nickel. 6% would do it for a dime. 13% for or more would stop for a quarter. And another 3% said it would have to be larger than a quarter for them to stop and pick it up.
Interesting.
Larger than a quarter, like a silver dollar.
Yeah, I may consider bending over for a silver dollar.
Yeah.
Silver dollar might be worth something too.
Yeah.
I drove my bike to the video rental store when I was a kid. And on the way back, I stopped at a stop sign and I looked down and it was just a wad of cash on there. It was like $32. Folded over.
Rich.
Oh, my. At like 9 years old? Hell yeah.
I was in the Hard Rock, and 2 different spots I found money on the floor.
Holy cow.
And I tapped a lady, and I said, there's money under your chair. I said, it's not a scam or anything. There's money. And then I walked away. And then there was another one. There was nobody around, and there was just 3 loose dollar bills laying there. And I picked it up and said, all right, that's for me.
Good luck.
Yeah. If you look down, you'll find money.
Dude, it's crazy.
I'm telling you, look down in nightclubs, casinos, strip clubs, all kind of stuff. If you look down, you're going to find money for
Medicine
sure.
Man knows that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You look
Built
down,
an empire on it.
find an air conditioner. Sunny Houston from The View. Do you know who she is? She's always
I do not.
fighting with people and doing stuff and race relations and all this. She suggests that Caitlyn Clark's popularity is connected to, quote, white privilege and pretty privilege.
There ain't no pretty there.
Said that on The View that the WNBA star Caitlyn Clark has all her popularity has to do with being white and being pretty.
We all agreed that the other girl in the draft was way prettier than her, the black girl.
Yeah, Reese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angel Reese.
What privilege is she getting?
Well, here, let her
right.
explain it to you. This is from The View. Take a listen.
There is a thing called pretty privilege. There is a thing called white privilege. There is a thing called tall privilege. And we have to acknowledge that. And so the part of it is about race, because if you think about the Brittany Griners of the world, why did she have to go to play in Russia?
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay her.
Because they wouldn't pay, not because she was black, but because they didn't believe in the WNBA.
This is part of my point. So now, Caitlyn Clark is bringing this money, these sponsorships, we hope, into the league, and other players will benefit from it. But I do think that she is more relatable to more people because she's white, because she's attractive. And unfortunately, there still is that stigma against the LGBTQ plus community. 70% of the WNBA is black. A third of the players are in the LGBTQ plus community, and we have to do something about that stigma in this country. I think that people have a problem with basketball playing women that are lesbians. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
This
Who
woman's
cares?
nuts.
Yeah,
She's
so
nuts.
How many WNBA games has this idiot gone to?
Yeah.
right, and I got to tell you, this is the first time and probably only time I'm ever going to say this. I agree with Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
She said it's not because Brittany Griner was black or anything that she went and played over in Russia. It's because the WNBA people don't want to go see it, you know. So she had to go and make money over there.
And we broke down Caitlyn Clark's salary. Like, she's only making, what was it? Like, not even 100,000.
No,
She's
she was
making
making
$70,000.
$35,000 a year. or
she's
something.
making a bunch of endorsements, obviously, but it's also she broke all the records. She's the best player in years.
And how
better
much
than guys.
Yeah.
And how much you want to bet
Well,
that she
let's
will?
not get carried away.
No,
that
I mean, like her record was her college
Pistol
record
Pete's,
was
yeah.
better than Pistol Pete's.
But also, like, Brittany Griner wasn't the only WNBA player to go overseas to play.
yeah, of course
Caitlyn
not.
Clark might even do that.
No, but there's plenty of men that go overseas to
Right.
play in the European Basketball League as well.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So, like, this lady's just an idiot.
She really is an idiot. I watched her. It's always race with her, and
Yes.
I watched a black guy debate her, and the black guy just shut her down in so many different ways. It was hilarious. It was like,
I
you
don't
don't know
think
what you're talking
Caitlyn Clark is definitely not getting pretty privilege. And she's not getting tall privilege. I don't know what white privilege you think you're getting in the WNBA. She is not. I mean, the only reason there's plenty of other white people in the WNBA. The only reason we know Caitlyn Clark is because she's such a good player. That's the only privilege she has. Is
And
she's
she
a good
just
player.
came out of college.
Right.
And she broke like the scoring record. She had the all-time leading score for like 3 seasons.
She's a good player in a league of mediocre players.
Yeah, like stats-wise, she's blowing people out of the water.
How tall is Caitlyn Clark?
6 foot.
I was going to say probably around 6 foot.
Yeah, she's 6 foot.
Yeah, 6 foot.
And
Which is tall for a female, obviously.
Sure, but not in the WNBA. In the WNBA, she's actually kind of on the smaller end.
I don't necessarily agree with this, but I believe the white privilege that she's speaking to is the endorsement stuff. Because now they're saying that she's going to be the one to bring all this endorsement money to the NBA when before
But,
there
the
wasn't.
other players had endorsements as well.
Like I said, I don't agree with her, but
Right.
yeah.
Right,
I'm just
I know
letting
what
you
you're
know.
saying.
But
But
she's
she's
more
good.
She's more marketable because
Yeah.
she's a pretty white girl.
Yeah.
She's not pretty, and she's a white girl, but
Well,
she's
some
but
people
she
think she
gets
is.
the attention of but I'm saying like she's not extraordinarily pretty. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to say she's ugly, but I'm saying she's not extra pretty. She's not like you look at like a Jenny Finch or somebody who's a female athlete who you're like, God damn, she's smoking hot, and she's good at it. This chick is a good player. That's where the attention came from. That was it. I mean, if you had a black chick in there that was dropping 3-pointers like she was, they'd be all over her, and her jersey would be selling like crazy.
And you have, you look at best players. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is black and Asian. You look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's black. Like, I don't know whether you necessarily are getting more endorsements because you're white.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't really make any sense. It's because they're the best players at that time.
Listen,
In there,
a
yeah.
white player playing basketball, man or woman, is going to get some
Stand
attention
out
because
more.
they're
Yeah.
white
Yeah.
players
Right.
among a league of
Like
where
she-
dominated by African Americans.
She even said that 70% of
Yeah.
the WNBA is black.
Yeah, so you get one white guy in there or one white girl that
You're like,
starts
"Oh,
playing really good. You're like,
what's
check
going
out
on over
Whitey
here?"
over
Yeah.
here.
What's
Yeah.
happening?
Like I said, I've tried to watch a couple WNBA games. The product is not great.
Yeah,
it's not great. I watched the Caitlyn Clark game the other night because on ESPN, which is never happens, and like turnovers, like the product is not that great to watch. That's why they're not getting paid and they can't keep an audience.
Yeah. Carmen, you want to hit it?
I do, Galvin.
Here we go, Bone Fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Farrah and Farrah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarrahandFarrah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Best. This hour's keyword is best. BEST. Head over to the 1025, the Bone app now, and enter best before 15 minutes past the top of the hour, and that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
You're the best
around. No
No
one's
one's
ever
ever
gonna
gonna take
call
you
you white
down.
privilege.
Oh.
I don't know, something like that. Joe, you're going to be happy. Elvis
right.
Presley's daughter, or granddaughter, won the court battle against the company that was going to auction off Graceland. A judge stopped the sale, and when the company withdrew all of its claims and stuff, what caused all of this was a company called Nasani Investments in Private Lending. They said that the late Lisa Marie Presley had put Graceland up as collateral on a $3.8 million loan, but when she died, she still owed them, so they were going to auction off Graceland to get their money back.
Did you see the problems with Nasani? No website, no contact information. Nobody knows who they are. And Riley Keough says that that's not Lisa Marie Presley's signature on that paper.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're saying that there's no validity to this at
A
all.
lot of fraud happening.
Yeah.
Where do
Lot
we
of
think they're
fraud.
from? Spanish.
China.
Oh,
Hey,
meow to Elvis.
Yeah.
Come on, a hound dog.
Yeah, right.
Take your greatest American product ever.
We move a
own it now.
Graceland over to
Yeah.
Tiananmen Square.
This is pretty wild. Charlie Collin, who was the bassist and founding member for Train, he died. He was 58 years old. He died after slipping and falling in a shower while house sitting for a friend over in Brussels, Belgium.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know. As a guy who's fallen in the shower, I
Yeah.
understand how detrimental these things can be.
I got to tell you, I'm a firm believer in the bathtub mat or the shower mats
Yeah.
give you some grip.
Put
yeah,
down some
man,
of the, put the skateboard tape out down there, the grip tape, yeah.
For real though.
You don't know half of it. Have you ever taken a shower after an 11-year-old girl was in the shower?
No.
It looks like they just made a slip and slide inside the. I came out. We went to the pool.
Boy, have I.
Go
we
on.
were in the pool the other day, and then Juliana went in and took a shower. And when she came out, I went in and take a shower, and I got one foot in the bathroom. I almost fell right on my ass. The whole bathroom floor was soaking wet. I go, Juliana, throw a towel down, something. Because for some reason, those little kids' amphibian feet grip
Yeah.
the things.
Yeah.
And when you walk in there, whoop,
Yeah. Oh, that's terrifying. That's my nightmare is slipping and falling
Yeah, it
and
sucks.
not dying immediately.
Like you
But-
hit your head or something?
Dude, yeah, or like you break your back or something and then
Lay
you're
in
just
there.
stuck there.
Jonathan Witherspoon, didn't he? Remember, he was telling us a story
Well,
where
yeah,
he was
his
putting
leg.
his pants
Oh,
on or
Spoon,
something,
yeah.
and fell. Or what did I say?
no, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, where he fell and
Yeah.
like hit his head on the shower thing or
Yeah.
did something, whatever. Yeah.
Well, this guy, they said it was 5 days before they
Yeah.
found him.
Oh.
So he could have been there
Oh,
for 3 of
line
those
of the
days.
Could have been
Oh.
alive.
Yeah.
Could have been alive.
Yeah,
One of the most interesting things, and we talk about mutants and stuff, and how I think technology has stopped us from mutating,
Yeah.
where we would be able to do other stuff, but because we can get on an airplane and because we
Yeah.
can do this stuff, is whenever your fingers get wet and they do that weird thing where they have the
Ridges?
Crangus Bangus.
yeah. That's from your brain. That's
Yeah.
not actually from
Yeah.
your skin. That's your brain telling your fingers to do that so that you can have better grip.
Isn't that cool?
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's so cool.
I feel like we're like whatchamacallit, lizards.
Yeah,
Where you
dude.
can cut off her tail.
Yeah.
Go
Whoa.
back. You were talking about it earlier that you're excited about Deadpool and Wolverine. Deadpool and Wolverine set a record for most first-day advance ticket sales for an R-rated movie.
Hell yeah.
It sold over 200,000 tickets for an estimated between $8 and $9 million.
People are not only excited for this, but I think this movie is going to come out at a great time. It's the summer. The world seems to be falling apart around us. So everyone needs a
Good
nice little
escape.
distraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see this movie. I think that's
Me
going to be
too.
good.
Yeah.
Are you going to go to the theater to see it?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it doesn't come out simultaneously at home. does
No,
it?
I know, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of people will wait. Like
No,
I
I'll
did. I
go.
went and go see. I saw Dune 2 in the theater in IMAX. I'm glad I did.
I'll do that. I'll go to the theater for that.
Yeah.
Hulu has ordered a reality dating show called Virgin Island. It's like Love
Why is
Island.
everybody got to be on an island?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like Love Island, but it's for people who have never had sex. You have to be over 21 to apply.
And also, there's no way to tell.
Right.
You want to go lie, you go lie.
Exactly. Yeah. What are they?
Liar Island. That show's called Liar Island.
That's don't they? Is it MILF Island? Is there a MILF Island or MILF
MILF
Manor?
Manor.
I hope
MILF
so.
Manor.
Yeah.
So MILF Manor had a bunch of hot MILFs in there that these younger guys, 20-somethings, go in and they try and hook up with them. And now the second season they have it, but then they have the guys' dads too.
Yeah.
No.
So it's like, which one do you want? You want the
Yeah.
old man or the young bull?
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Jennifer Tilly is going to join the cast of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
All
That
right.
might be interesting.
Yeah.
Throw her on
I
there.
like Jennifer Tilly.
See what happens. They have some different famous ties. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not necessarily famous people. John Mellencamp's daughter is
Certainly
on
more
one
interesting
of
to
them.
watch famous people than it is regular people. Although those regular people are pretty good.
And the regular people become famous people.
Where was I? That Teresa chick from the Real Housewives of New Jersey was
Judice?
there. Yeah, we were staying in a hotel. In LA, and she was in our hotel.
Did you see when she started doing fitness competitions?
Oh, dude.
Good grief.
She look good?
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
fantastic. I mean, she's muscle mommy. Like,
Yeah.
she got in really, really good shape. I don't know whether I don't think she was doing bodybuilding. I think it was fitness stuff, but like she had abs and she was ripped. Like, she looked really good.
We walked out the elevator, and my wife said, "Oh, there's Teresa." And I looked over and I went, "Oh, who cares?"
Yeah, I was offered tickets to go see Tom Sandoval band, whatever, and I said, you know what? I appreciate it, but he's hot garbage as far as like I love the show. I love Vanderpump Rules and all that stuff, but I don't want to go see his stupid band.
It's like I was saying the other day. St. Pete Beach is the only place I don't know. I don't understand the Vanderpump corner of life. She's on a show now with Gordon Ramsay.
Mm-hmm.
I know she owned a restaurant.
Yeah.
She owns quite a few.
Oh, she does.
Yeah,
Okay,
she owns
all right.
quite a few. Very successful, and they moved to Caesars, and Gordon has his in Caesars and stuff. So that's probably a deal that they have there. But yeah, she's very successful. That's what the whole show is based around. Was her restaurant, and then these people that work there, the bartenders and all that stuff. So they did it about the staff and then their lives and everything. So that's how it all started.
So smart on her part.
Yeah,
to
for sure.
Incorporate that into her business.
Yeah,
Okay. I get it now.
And then she was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. As
Oh,
well.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now
They
it's coming
spun it
around.
off. Yeah.
Now I see.
Yeah,
where
and
they are.
that's a big thing is you get on some of these reality shows and then you do other reality shows or they spin off and stuff like Jax, who was on Vanderpump Rules. He's on a show called The Valley where they follow him now, and then it's some other people that he's friends with and all that stuff.
I would love to do something like that, except people would be like, the third episode, they go, he doesn't do anything. He's the most boring guy to watch.
Yeah,
he went
just sits
fishing
there.
by himself.
Jax is the one, remember, he said he was going to come down and work for the Lightning, that they made him a big
yeah,
offer and all
yeah,
this stuff, which nobody could corroborate.
Right.
Finally in news, I have some new music for you
Hell
guys.
yeah.
Okay, we love new music.
I will tell you, I'm going to give you a little tip here. Mike's probably the only one that has a chance at getting this,
Man.
but we'll see how it goes. So it is new music. This is a band. I'll give you a little more. They were going to be here and they had to postpone, and I think they're coming back soon. So take a listen. New music on the Mike Calta Show. Yell it out whenever you know it. Here we go. Mr. Big, one of the bands that can actually say we're huge in Japan, and they actually are huge in Japan.
Yeah.
They're huge in Japan. People
Yeah, isn't
love
that
them.
weird?
Yeah. But yeah, there you go. New music from Mr. Big. Good Luck Trying just came out yesterday.
To be huge in Japan is a big deal. Like,
Sure.
I mean, I think if I was huge in Japan, I could live in Japan.
Easily.
Yeah.
One of the cool things with the Last Dance, the Michael Jordan Bulls documentary, is whenever they have the Olympic team and they go over and people are losing their minds to see Jordan and Magic Johnson and all those guys. I mean, it is just they're swarming the bus.
Yeah. Oh, also because they stick out like sore thumbs over there.
Oh, absolutely. It's so funny because John Stockton, who was on the Olympic team, who's fantastic player, 6'2", maybe, I think, whatever. They played for the Jazz. White guy who was fantastic. But
Looks like your friend's dad.
He went around and he had his video camera and he was talking to people and he goes, "What's going on?" They're like, "The Olympic team and blah, 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 this, that." And he goes, "Do you know all about it?" He goes, "I know all of them and everything." He's talking to John Stockton, has no idea.
That's so funny.
Like, nobody knew who he was. They're all looking at the, 7-footers and stuff.
I saw a video the other day. It was like Kevin Millar or somebody was at a theme park and somebody was wearing one of his shirts and he was over there and the wife convinced him to go over and talk to the guy. So he went over there and the guy's talking to him. He has no idea that he's talking to him. But I don't think that. I mean, if you weren't on the Yankees between 1971 and sometime in the early 2000s, I don't know if I'd recognize you.
Yeah.
If you're out of that window, you know what I mean? Like if you were somebody on the team now, I wouldn't know if one of these kids came up to me.
I was in Atlanta and we were hanging out the entire night and I had no idea. It wasn't Chipper Jones. It was one of those guys, though.
Right.
They, the name of it. I was like, I'm not a baseball fan. I have no idea. It was just a dude.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, maybe Chipper Jones. I don't know. It was somebody very popular that I found out later. I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
I had no
yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Well, I remember the good old days when Green Iguana was good in Ybor City on a Wednesday night. You never knew, especially during spring training, just who would be hanging out there.
Oh, yeah.
There
That's
would
pretty
always
cool.
be cool people.
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
it would be great. And I went to Carrabba's one time and saw Derek Jeter there with some people, and I'm like, I can't believe Derek Jeter's eating at Carrabba's.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. All right, cool. Thank you, Galvin.
There you go. That's it for news.
We must take a break. Our phone numbers are 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025. If you'd like to be part of the show, please use those phone numbers. We'll take a quick break. This is 1025 The Bone. I'm looking forward to it. I was trying to think, what is the last concert that I went to?
Was it Limp Bizkit?
I mean,
Way back at the Hard
what
Rock?
was Paul McCartney before or after Limp Bizkit? I remember Joe and I went to Paul McCartney.
It was around the same time, I think.
I can't remember. I mean, that must have been,
And then we went to the Stones as well.
but I think that was even before that.
What a freeloader you are.
Right.
For the record, I didn't pay for either one of those tickets either.
Neither did Joe.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to it, especially in a smaller venue. I haven't been to a smaller venue place in a long time. Well, whatever. Did you see the alligator that broke into the people's houses?
I did.
right
That's happening
Tampa?
here,
That's
right?
a big ass alligator.
Yeah.
That's a big ass alligator, and it broke through the screen and then just jumped in the pool. So I guess they're okay in the pool. I thought, like pool
The chlorine?
and
Yeah,
include
A
chemicals.
lot
I
of
don't think
people,
they
they're
can-
salt water.
But I don't think they can live in there. I
Yeah.
think if they're in there for a little bit,
Just chilling out.
Yeah.
A 10-foot alligator went into a pool in a Florida homeowner's backyard right here in Tampa. I don't know. Where's New Smyrna Beach?
By the beach.
Well, it says Tampa and then it says New Smyrna, and so I don't know if that's. Anyway, the cops took a selfie with the gator. Did you see this?
Yeah.
The gator's in the pool, and the cops took a selfie with it, which is fine. But I don't know that I'd be relaxed enough even for a second to turn my back on that pool. I'm just so afraid.
Yeah. It's not going to get you.
No, he didn't look like he was doing anything. He was just there. And now they got to get him out of the pool. How did they get him out of the pool?
Just grab him by the tail, yank him out.
These Florida guys who jump on gators blows my mind.
Oh.
Like, those are guys who've been doing it since they were kids, since they were little kids, just going by and grabbing gators from behind and all that. I don't have any of that in me at all. I saw that guy in the street drag that gator out by the tail and then put his knees on its back and then reach up and pull the head back so they could tape that. You're out of your mind.
There was a gator under the car by my neighbor's house, and they came out and trapped it. Same thing. Pulled it out by the tail and just tackled it.
The trappers fear nothing.
No.
I talked to them and they were like, the hardest part about our job, they go, if we have a 10, 12-foot alligator, that's a one-man job. And I go, how? And he goes, because getting them is not the hard part. The hardest part is, the only time I've ever had a call for backup is when I got the gator, I can't lift it into the car because it's too heavy. He goes, I need somebody. Can you imagine tackling that and doing that by yourself?
Yeah, the guy that did it by my house, he said he's been doing that since he was 15 years old.
Oh, that's
what his
crazy.
family does.
We interviewed a guy one time who walked out to his car and saw his stepdaughter's car and thought that she had a blowout on her tire. He was like, what did she do? And she didn't even tell me. And he went down to look at the tire, and there was an alligator tail.
Oh,
Yeah.
And he didn't even know. I mean,
That's funny.
that's insane.
I'm always afraid. My dog's a Yorkie, so he's tiny.
Goodbye.
He's only 10 pounds,
Yeah. Sure.
so I always
It's a
worry
snack.
that there's going to be a gator under my car, and he's walking out to go outside. Or
Let
something.
me put it in terms you can understand. Your dog to that gator is a McGriddle to you.
I know. I know.
Delicious.
I would. I don't even know what I would do. I mean, obviously, I would fight the gator.
You would.
What?
Oh, you love your dog.
I would. I would have to try something.
If my dog had Mabel, I would try something. If my dog had Hazel, I'd go,
If a
well,
gator
you
had
did
it.
it. You did it. What?
You said if your dog had it.
Sorry, yeah, the
the
gator.
had.
Like, Mabel is just the sweetest, nicest dog. Didn't do anything. Hazel would probably go up and bite the alligator first.
Oh,
so then
man.
I'd go, well, it's your fault.
I
don't
don't
really
like
want
my
to do it.
chances, but I'm definitely going to try to do something.
You would try to
What are you
wrestle
gonna
with
try
a
to
Yorkie?
do?
I don't jump like I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill that gator
You'd jump on the gator and try to get your Yorkie free from its mouth.
without hesitation.
I
Wow.
understand what you're saying, but your dog is so small, it's so much more difficult
Yeah.
than if Mabel was
Yeah.
doing it, because
Yeah. Right.
the alligator would have more trouble with a bigger dog where it wouldn't be able to swallow it in one bite. Yours, it's just like, I got this dog and now I get the owner
Oh.
too. This is delicious.
Now I get a forearm and a hand as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
But this one's filled with blue cheese.
Speaking of the police and all these stuff going out there to get the gators, did you see Sheriff Chronister the other day with
did
this
not.
surprise for all his deputies?
No.
25 new high-performance cars.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
they came out with Chargers and Camaros and Challengers and stuff. Yeah.
I saw a Porsche light up the other day on the highway.
Really?
Unmarked?
Yeah, unmarked.
Yeah.
Pulled somebody over.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
These were all marked. Well, I don't know whether all of them. I watched the video and it had him and it had a bunch of different ones pulling out. They were pretty nice though. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good. Well, got to slow down.
They're gonna get you.
coming for you.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Yep.
How balanced are you?
Pretty balanced.
Everything's going good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
I heard you did something real bad last week.
What did I do?
Joe too, but you were really the
What?
instigator.
What did I do?
Did you invite Steve Miller over to do another episode of Sad Weirdos?
We talked about it. Yeah.
He said you invited him over.
Well, we had talked about it, and then we also discussed.
He was supposed to come Sunday.
Saturday, and he wants the YouTube videos to have a lot of production, to which our was saying that
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're what?
the person who's been helping us work on the video stuff only has the camera, right? So we can't put Miller wants to have videos playing while we're talking about different stuff like that.
It's going to require more gear to do what he wants, but
I've seen 4-year-olds do that. How
Yeah.
My
Anyways.
nephew does it all.
Anyways, so
You guys want to hire my daughter?
Yeah.
we were gonna test the gear again pretty much that Saturday, to which Miller did not want to do that. He wants to wait until we have all the things to test for what he's looking for.
Yeah.
So I made a mistake.
You're getting way out ahead of it. I heard you guys told Miller to come over, and then you weren't there when he got to your house.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but Joe and Christy were there. They were unpacking the house.
Is it true? One of his big complaints was that the video was sideways. Was that
That is true. That is true.
a deal breaker?
It was sideways.
yeah, well, we fixed that problem, but we did not get to actually enact that plan.
Yeah.
So I brought my gear home. I brought the camera home. I set up mics. I did the whole thing.
Yeah. You were there when he came?
Yeah, but I was unpacking. I think I was actually in the shower because he didn't let me know he was coming over.
Oh, so you guys invited him over.
Yeah, but he was supposed to come Sunday. He was stopping by Saturday to test stuff, and I was in the middle of unpacking.
I do
and
feel
showering.
You feel what?
Anthony wasn't there, so
Yeah, I feel bad. I do feel bad.
Why?
Because I feel bad that he drove all the way there and we weren't there.
He said you told him to come over.
Yeah, I did. And then, like I said, when we talked about doing what it would look like on YouTube.
I don't care about that. He said you told him to come over, and then when he came over, you weren't there.
That is correct, yeah.
That's the truth. You told him to come over, and then when he did come over, you weren't even home.
Well, you're skipping the part where when we talked about him coming over, I then asked him about what he wants to do because he was coming over to test.
Yeah.
To test the gear, right? So then when he said that he wants to test, he doesn't want to test it without it having all the parts ready to go, including being able to play video.
So where did
I
you
was then under the impression that he wasn't coming over because we weren't going to be able to do that.
Okay.
But it's still, I take full responsibility, and I do feel bad that he drove all that way.
I don't think you feel that bad.
I definitely feel
Because
bad.
he said he hasn't heard from you at all.
Well, it's because I'm embarrassed and I feel guilty.
Well, that's no way to handle it. A balanced person would not handle it that
That's
way.
not true.
How far away does he live?
He lives over
Tampa.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's a hike.
And he drove all the way to St. Pete,
Yeah.
and just to have nobody home.
Yeah.
Didn't he say that the first time was the single most embarrassing moment of his life?
That
This
is
might have
correct.
been the second.
He
That
did
is
say
correct.
This
But
might have
did
been
he
the second.
text you when he was on his way?
No.
No, but if you
No.
tell me I come over to my house Saturday, I go, okay, see you Saturday. And I come over on Saturday and you're not home.
Yeah, but the way that Spanish was describing it, there was a lot of back and forth.
I think Spanish is describing it his way because he's embarrassed by the fact that he invited Miller over and that wasn't there.
No,
that's
not
what you
true.
just said.
I would tell you the truth, and the truth of it is that when we talked about testing the video, which was the whole purpose of him
New
coming
Spanish
over,
is monotone. You have no
Yeah.
change in your voice at all. You got too much shark.
There's not too much shark. It's just, like I said, I do feel bad, but I was under the impression that he wasn't going to come over because we couldn't do the YouTube video that he was looking to have, the production that he wants to have.
Right.
So I thought we were going to wait until we'd have all that together to do another test. Because, like I said, I do feel bad that he's driving all the way out
Robot
to
feels
us.
bad.
Yeah. Do you know you sound like that?
That's
Robot
fine.
feels
Yeah.
bad.
That is what you sound
Sorry.
like.
That's all right.
Did not know you were
It's not all
coming
right.
over.
You're on the radio.
Does not compute.
Yeah.
You're on the
Yeah.
radio. You're supposed to sound
Bleep
entertaining. You sound like this when you talk now, and you only talk normal like this.
You don't have inflection in your voice
You
anymore.
have no emotion in your voice.
Hey, everybody, I'm feel bad.
That's way better than.
All right.
Okay, so I told Miller to come over.
No, but
to
I
my
mean,
house.
just normal speaking. You would go, yeah, I feel bad. I didn't know what time he was coming over, but you know, no big deal.
All right. So let me go through the list. So the Miller thing is bad, and now the way I talk is also bad.
Yeah, the way you
All
talk has been bad before the Miller thing came
Yes.
up.
Cool.
Shark
All right.
voice. You know that you've changed though. You've completely
Yeah,
changed the way
I know.
you speak.
I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel more calm. Sorry.
Yeah, but you realize that you're on a format where you're talking for a living. You should have inflection in your voice.
Okay. I will work on it.
No, I don't care. I mean, I'm just telling you. Do you want to hear it or do you not want to hear it?
Hear what?
The truth.
I mean, you guys always tell me the truth.
Right. So what we're telling you now is, since New Balance Spanish came in, you just talk like this, and that's incredibly boring to people listening to the radio.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will try.
You're a
I don't-
mess.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not really a mess. I don't
I don't-
understand. Like,
What don't
What do
you
you mean you
understand?
don't understand it? Yeah, that's what I don't understand. is you
no
not
show
understand.
is more direct than we are.
Yeah, no,
I'm-
I understand what you're saying, but I didn't think it was that big of an issue because, like I said, I feel fine, and I don't think
It's not how you
important.
feel. We're not telling you about how you feel. I don't know how you feel. What do I know?
Right.
I'm just telling you sound monotone and boring. It's an entirely different situation in a medium that relies on the inflection and entertainment value of your voice. You sound terrible.
Okay. Well,
Being backed up by everybody else is all I'm saying. I said it today, and everybody else said, yeah.
only Galvin said yeah.
Okay.
No, I've been saying you do your shark voice for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's 3.
Like I said, yeah.
Okay. Mike Calta Show, hello.
It's Awkward Joe. How are you?
Hey, Uncle Joe. How's it going?
Awkward Joe.
Oh, Awkward Joe. I was like, how does my Uncle Joe?
You're awkward.
What's up, Awkward Joe?
Hey, I know the staples are still there, like not read my lips, but Google Feud and Redneck Bingo. But I was wondering if you and Galvin were going to ever bring back the name game and read my lips. I know Carmen's at the station, but I think you guys could still do it.
What is the name game? I don't remember the name.
The name game is where we have to stare at each other and come up with stupid names and see if the other one laughs.
Ooh, yeah.
I actually have another thing that I would
We're
like
on
to
it, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Joe. I have another thing that I would like to try that I think we need to brainstorm on.
Okay.
To bring it onto the radio. I think it would be funny. Yeah, a new funny game to play. I just have to figure out how we make it so people win prizes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
And how we.
I mean, usually we just play and then just pick a line
yeah,
anyway.
we just got to figure out how we figure out who wins or whatever.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hi, I just want to tell Spanish that I'm proud of him. Proud
For
of
what?
his sobriety. For
He's not sober.
Yeah.
changing his life.
What did he change?
He's stable.
What do you
quit his
think is
bad-
stable about him? What do you know? What do you think is stable?
I hear him.
Yeah, what do you hear? A monotone voice.
Hey, you know what? I would choose sobriety over.
No, but
He's
he's not sober. Why do you say he's not sober?
He's not sober.
No, he's drinking.
Oh hell! I thought he was on the.
You believe anything, lady.
On the road to. I'm sorry.
You'd believe anything.
Oh, I thought he was.
Now, listen to me. He's not out of control drinking. He's not drinking and driving. He's not drinking to too much success, but he's not sober, right, Spanish?
Correct.
Oh.
She's
She
disappointed.
hates you now.
no.
Thank you for the call and the support of Spanish's fake sobriety. Mike Calta Show, hello. Oh, that is very loud. Good morning.
I kid you not. I got in the car this morning and I was wondering what's going on with Spanish's dead voice. I thought it was just like a day thing, and now it just seems like every day is the best day of my life. Namaste. I love you, buddy, but you got to brighten things up. You're bringing me down.
You see, it's not just us.
All right, yeah, I hear you.
Even your agreeing is boring.
All right.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the call. Mike Calta Show, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, this is for Galvin. I went to the Rockville, and he was saying he was standing in line at the one of the shows. I stood in line for 3 bands for 5 hours.
What do you mean to get?
Terrible.
What do you mean for 3 bands? Like just to watch them or to get in to see them?
Yeah, to watch them. So we wanted to see In This Moment. So we stood in line for that and got to the front. And then after that was following reverse, so we didn't want to move because we're out front. And then for Limp Bizkit, it was a long day.
So the way they stagger the
good
bands,
spot.
yeah, the way they stagger the bands is you'll watch this band will end, and then the other band at the other end will start, and there's other side bands, whatever. But if you want to wait for the next band, then you're waiting there for an hour and a half at this stage.
Just standing there waiting.
Well, they have it up on the screen of the other band
Oh,
playing.
so you can watch the other band.
Yeah,
on the
but
screen.
still,
Okay.
you're just standing
I
there.
know,
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
that's.
But during that time, I wanted to see Slaughter to Prevail, and I think it was a couple other bands I wanted to see, but I wasn't able to because my girl wanted to see all 3 of those bands. So.
Yeah. It was
But I did see
it was a
Kerry
little
King
tough
up front,
to.
Galvin.
Yeah, I was there. I was there for Kerry King. They
I
sounded
was right
great.
in front of Kerry King, got tons of pictures.
Nice.
My knees could not handle that.
Yeah.
My knees would have quit on me a long in time into that. Thank you, sir. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Mike Calta.
Nope. Not right now.
Yeah.
Good morning. Hello.
Mike, how you doing today?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Listen, I know this is not about Spanish, but this is about Carmen. I was on Instagram, and Carmen, oh my God, you are so flipping hot.
Yeah.
You are
Oh
pretty
my
flipping
God.
hot.
She has a moist mouth too.
Oh my goodness gracious, stars above. I'm speechless.
This guy's got you in the heavens.
Oh, thank you, sir.
She looks very pretty in that picture, doesn't she?
Oh my gosh, I think I'm going to have some alone time with her.
Oh, now you gross
Too
us out. Now
far,
you're
too far,
much.
sir.
Now I know how girls feel, Carmen, because that sounded creepy from the start, even
Hey.
though he was trying to be nice.
Get that guy's number. I'm going to text him her face, the cross-eyed.
You may need this.
For the end.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hey, Spanish's voice. That's his child, man. He knows he effed up, so he talks like that. I did not do anything wrong. I am okay.
No, Spanish is
Just
the
have-
opposite. He's always like, I did something wrong, and now I fixed it.
Yeah, but that's how his voice changes. Whenever he knows he effed up on something, his voice changes to that.
Is that
Every
true,
time.
Spanish? Is that true?
I mean, you guys tell me. You guys
I don't know.
better than I would.
I didn't recall that.
No, I think this
Yeah.
is his. I'm past the other stuff and working on new stuff, but the voice is just weird. Like everything else, I think fine, whatever. The voice is just weird because there's no inflection, and this job kind of calls for it.
Yeah,
You know
you're
what I mean?
very calm and you're very. Mike Calta Show. Hello.
It's me, man. It's me.
Stop calling. Mike Calta Show. Good morning. Lower your radio.
Now I fixed it.
Mike Calta Show. Hello. I hear you. You son of a bitch. What?
I'm trying to get Joe's attention. I'll just read it on air for
Yeah.
you, Joe. Can you tell Joe to turn the music bed off that he has been playing under the whole break?
All the chat people are like, the background music is worse than Spanish's voice.
What are you playing? What are you playing, Joe?
I played music during the break, and
The
I
whole
turned
chat's
it
like,
off.
what
but
is
it
this? We
didn't
can't
click.
hear the show.
The show is slowly falling apart from all ends.
Holy background music. Pep, what are you doing?
Mike Calta Show. Hello.
Hey, Mike, I wanted to ask you about Spanish. Have you noticed that his many phases are just such great content for the show?
His many what?
Phases.
It's so many phases in Spanish, and there's different iterations. That now it's this kind of sad, kind of Spanish, and it provides great content. Same with Carmen. Great content, and I love the show.
You're missing out on Spanish in studio now. No eye contact, very calm, no emotion in your face.
Yeah, I'm relaxed. Yeah,
But you're not. You don't see why that works against you. While you're on a show.
Yeah, I understand. I'm trying to change my voice up for you.
Change my voice. You're not doing it for me, buddy. I couldn't tell you. I'll just point it out that it sounds like crap, but you're not changing it for me. Mike Calta Show. Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Hello,
it's
sir.
obvious to me that it's obvious that his voice, his new voice, is the defeated Spanish voice, and he's giving up on everything. And I wouldn't have him drive over the Skyway Bridge or anything.
I don't think in his
Really gets
eyes
better.
it's defeated. He's better. This is better Spanish to him.
Well, it's boring Spanish, and I hope he fixes it.
All right. Thank you. See, you thought it was just me.
I'd like
I
to
did think
read
it
the
was
news
just
story
you.
real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Former Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley
You sound like
has said
Spanish.
plans to
Not nearly as exciting. Mike Calta Show.
Hey, how you doing? Actually, his not content. It's kind of annoying. His arrogance, in all actuality. You've given him chance and chance and chance, and here he's coming over monotone and thinking it's okay and cool because he's Spanish.
It is a little annoying when we point it out to you and you act like,
That's what you did.
I'm sorry.
You did do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys pick on me all day, every day.
We're not picking on you. We're pointing out your flaws the same way we do with Joe, the same way we do with Gio drinking blue cheese from the thing, the same way that Carmen keeps finding convenient ways to talk about me being fat.
That's not a flaw.
It's we do it to everybody.
Yeah.
Yours has just been glaring lately.
Okay. Well, like I said, I apologize.
I just brought up the Miller thing
because
I found that out and I thought that was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then that rolled into let's talk about
my
boring
voice
Spanish.
sucks. Yeah.
I didn't say your voice sucks. It's definitely changed. I noticed it. Then Galvin's like, yes, he noticed it. Then Gio said he noticed it. And now the influx of phone calls have also noticed it. But you feel like in your head, you're still like, well, that's me.
No,
that's what I do.
That's not how I feel.
Well, your face is saying it. You've got real smarmy face on right now.
I'm telling you, yeah, I have real smarmy face because it just every day I'm getting picked on about something, which is fine. I totally get it.
And it's not. What did you get picked on for yesterday?
I totally get it. I don't know.
You didn't get picked on every day.
Okay, so I'm telling you that I apologize and I will work on it.
And again, I don't. There's no apology necessary. We're just wondering if you know about it.
I do know about it now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
I think also that guy is talking about your arrogance. I think the situation like right there is you play it off like I'm more enlightened than you guys. And this is the level that I'm on.
But that has nothing to do with it.
But that's how you come across.
Comes across.
Okay.
Whether it is, I just want you to be aware that's how you come across, and that's why the guy's saying arrogance and stuff. Because I definitely feel that as well.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, he just either he doesn't care or he thinks he's above us, and this is how I talk.
I
now.
definitely don't think I'm above anybody, but but thank you for pointing it out.
You're not better than me.
I know I'm not better than you.
Mike Calta Show, hello. Hello.
Monica needs to talk less on the rock.
Okay. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Completely off topic, I was going to ask Spanish what he thought of the Terrence Howard podcast with Joe Rogan talking about all the new technologies and the transcendental flight and things like that.
Can I just tell you what Galvin said? Terrence Howard's either a genius or a moron.
Yeah.
There's no middle.
I can't tell.
Yeah.
I watched. I listened. I don't know, maybe 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
One times one is not one.
He may be so smart that I can't keep up with him, or he's just a total idiot. Did you listen to it or no?
I did. I did listen
What
to
did
it.
you think?
I thought it was good.
The world.
But what?
He's out there.
He's definitely out there.
definitely
But
out there.
is he right on stuff, or is he just so crazy?
Well, he works a lot with like physicists.
I know, but is that real?
That's real.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He's working on
not just
working
because
on the
he's
Hertz
a
stuff.
famous actor
No,
guy.
not
Well,
just
did
'cause
he
he's
invent
famous.
augmented reality?
No, I don't think he invented
But he
augmented
says he owns a
reality.
patent.
No, he
for
does
augmented
own a lot
reality.
of patents on stuff.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to say that maybe the problem with Spanish's voice is that he's just too involved in all these conspiracy theories, and the realities that he believes has just transcended negativity through his whole body, and it's coming out his voice now.
Possible you're good.
All right.
Basically, you're filled with negativity. You're crapping it out both ends. Maybe, sir. I don't know. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, this is the real Spanish. What's happening is he's tired of dancing around like a little monkey for you, and he's doing him now. He's not the Spanish. This is Anthony.
Well, I don't like
reading right
Anthony.
now.
I want Spanish back, sir. I want the dancing monkey back.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
but he's your little verbal punching bag. You gotta have that, right?
I want the monkey. No, I don't have to have it. I mean, I got Joe to verbally abuse every day.
That's right.
Yeah. I don't need that. I got kids.
That's a pretty
I can
good
do
duo.
that. Yeah, thank you. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
If anybody was at Joyland last Friday, they would have seen the real Spanish bouncing around on stage and being his old self.
Yeah.
So he's still in there.
Where's that guy? How come that guy doesn't come to work?
He's here.
He's just trying to be demure and just trying to do the right thing. And
Demure is for ladies in the 40s, ma'am. That is what demure is for, not for Spanish.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, Terrence Howard has a PhD degree in chemical engineering from South Carolina State.
So he does.
Yeah. And then it does have a list of a bunch of patents that he has.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Either a genius or just a lunatic. I'm not
Spanish.
sure. Or maybe both. Maybe both.
We don't really take a ton of phone calls, but I feel like I'm forced to now because the phones are nonstop lighting up. People want to talk, not just about you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
What's up, Mike? What's up, Gavin? What's up, guys?
Hey, how's it going?
Been listening a long time, man. So I'm a real listener. Not saying the others aren't, but there's many like me. So we can, I can chime in on this, I believe. And I think I was gonna call and say, I think his monotone voice is, but I don't think the guy could win or lose with you guys. If you think about it, there's been many times where you guys have busted his balls about him laughing or like, oh my god, that's great, oh my god, that's great, and then now he's doing the more of a serious, maybe not as drinking. I don't know. Ever since that day he got in trouble and you took a little vacation for a few days, and then now you're busting his balls because he's like this. I think there's a happy medium, and I think he just needs to find it. You know what I mean? And everybody does love the old one. I mean, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously I'm not in the room, but you're saying he's not even looking at you guys, which is
I look up, he's staring right at me now. Don't stare at me, Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, I just think he brings a huge part, and when one is missing, when they get there at 6:04, 6:05 in the morning, it's one of those things where you miss them, if they're not there.
Yeah,
and he just needs to find that. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I mean,
well, we're not. I know what you're saying. He's just not at that point yet. He's not. Oh, sorry, he's not there. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hello?
Yep. Hello.
Yeah, I think he's either, did he see a doctor or something? Because he sounds mellow, like he took mushroom or Valium or something.
Yes. Spanish, you taking mushrooms or Valium before the show?
No, but if you have some, sir, let me know.
All right. Thank you. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was thinking that Spanish and Joe seem to be like punching bags of the show.
Why do you think that is?
Well, it seems that those two are the ones that are always catching all the heat. And
yeah, but why do you think that
made
is?
Fun of. Probably because they deserve it.
Okay, thank you. Then that's not a punching bag. That's just a result.
The background music is gone.
Thank you,
Gio.
Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, good morning. I think that he's lost the happiness in his voice. He's just, kind of like going along, and you guys do all pick on each other, but I think he's just lost that happiness, and he needs to get that happiness back, whatever it is.
Did you lose that love and feeling, Spanish?
No, I did not lose that love and feeling.
Are you happy?
Okay.
I'm just the happiest I've ever been.
I do think that the monotone voice it's only when we're on the air.
Really?
Yeah.
That's his air voice?
Interesting.
Like conversations off air, I think it's only, I only notice it when we're on the air.
Are you putting on air voice?
No, I can tell you when we were at Joyland, there was more than one person that commented about my voice in person and on the air.
Saying what?
That it was the same.
What do you mean? People just walking up to you and saying you have the same voice?
No, not like the same as how it was. Like I sound the same on air as I do in person. Josh's fiance was one of them.
And what did she say? You have the same voice you do off the air as on the air?
Do you need oil for your robot parts?
Oh, wow.
No, she didn't say that. No, but yeah. So, but I appreciate and respect your opinion, Gio.
That's just your opinion, man.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I feel like this is...
Like, I think Spanish is just trying to stay calm on the air, and that's why...
Is that what's happening?
It comes off that way.
Oh, I definitely am.
And yeah, because if you don't react, if you call me a jerk and I go, okay, you don't react, then it's not going to go anywhere.
Well, that kills the whole
right
dynamic of the
right.
show.
Yeah.
You call me a jerk, I'm gonna call you a jerk off.
Right.
Like, do you still enjoy being on the air?
Yeah, very much. I wouldn't be here.
Can't you tell by the excitement in his voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean,
yes, sir.
Because you seem more excited and like off air than on air.
This is the best day of my life.
You and Tom the Tree Man should have a conversation with each other. What are you doing? Nothing. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, boss.
Hey,
Hey, boss.
Hey, boss.
Hey, boss. What are you doing? Nothing. What
dial
are
it
you
in.
doing? Dial it in. Dial it in.
Yeah, I do. I love being here.
Tell your face.
I love being here.
Tell your voice.
I love being here. I love doing everything about the show.
I do feel like no matter what I do, I can't win with anything. So I
See, that's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. You got a little bit better there.
See, we're getting to you.
Yeah.
We're gonna break you.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I honestly wonder if Spanish still enjoys doing the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Sure.
Do you enjoy doing the show?
I do. Yeah.
Interesting.
Results. Truthful.
All right. I mean, this wasn't pick on Spanish Day.
Sure.
I wasn't. I
No.
mean, I had
Definitely
the,
doesn't seem.
I'm
like
not.
it.
Do you feel like that's picking what I said?
I don't. Doesn't.
I
matter.
wrote, I made a note yesterday
Yeah, it
after
doesn't
the
matter.
show. I was,
Yeah, I mean, what, like you're saying that you think I don't enjoy being on the show.
That's not
And,
picking on
what-
you. That's
in
my
what
opinion
capacity?
based on the way you've been acting on the air.
All right.
Like you don't seem like you enjoy.
like, you know,
Being on
Carmen,
the
My
show.
opinion of you is you seem miserable in your daily life, but I don't. You know.
That's all of our opinion of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
he just hates his wife.
Yeah.
That's all.
I seem miserable in my daily life.
Yeah, you do.
This guy's telling me that I'm the one that's miserable in my daily life.
I don't
Yeah.
see Gio as being miserable.
No,
All right.
he doesn't even know me outside of the show.
Right.
He eats pizza in the closet.
Yeah,
That's
like, what
not
are you talking
normal.
about?
I can tell you what I see
Not it.
Gio as. Gio, I see him as overworked. That's what I see Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overworked and
Miserable.
family, it's a lot.
But I will
How-
tell you,
how
if I
often
had
do you hang out with me outside of the show?
Well, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Because you don't know me outside of the show.
but I do. I know your personality. I work with you in the same room right next to you for 20 hours a week.
so you,
So
you
I
don't
do
know.
know you.
You don't
We
know
all
what
know
you're
each
saying.
other.
You
said
can't comment on the
outside of
rest
here,
of his
my
life.
life is miserable. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when
Like,
you
and you're not involved in my life. How can you comment on my life?
you complain all the time. All the time. Joe
and
knows.
I think that
know.
goes back to Galvin saying that Gio is just overworked.
That's fine.
I mean, he does
I-
do shots of gravy. That helps.
Drinking cheese straight from a container. That's not.
I think that if
sign.
I had Gio's schedule, work-wise and family-wise, I would be a much more miserable human being than he is. Like I would be mad at everybody. I'd hate my kids. Just because I felt mad. I'd just be mad at people all the time, and I don't feel that he is.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't say he was mad at anybody.
I don't feel that he's miserable, and I don't feel like he hates his life.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't feel
Well,
like
that's my opinion.
yeah, and you're entitled to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feel like you hate your life either. I
I
feel
do
like
not.
you may actually be happy right now.
I am very
I just
happy.
can't hear it in the sound of your voice.
I respect your opinion.
What's that?
I respect your opinion.
Thank you, robots.
Yeah, you guys aren't picking on me for sure.
Well, now we are.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
it
I don't
hasn't
know
been
whether you
all
know.
that.
We make jokes on this show.
Yeah, I know.
That's why
I
I
didn't
don't,
say
that's
anything.
part of the reason I don't think Spanish enjoys doing the show.
No, I don't mind it, but you know, when I say there's no winning, and you guys don't agree with that, it kind of makes me go, "Come on."
But you
Spanish.
can't
Let me,
win.
let me point
Go
this
on.
out.
Go on.
Whenever you, for years, have been Spanish, and hey, I saw this thing, and then you talk like this, and you're talking like this. You think we're not going to point that out?
I don't have a problem with you pointing it out. I
Okay,
don't have,
but that's
yeah.
what we've
that's
been.
not
That's
picking
what we
on you.
did.
I didn't say that was picking on me.
You said I was picking on you.
When you do robot voice, and you know, you tell me I'm terrible. That's picking
Well,
on
I've
somebody.
been saying that forever.
Yeah, so
But I'm doing robot voice because you were doing robot voice, and
That's
my
still picking
job
on
is
And
to
I'm
be
saying
funny.
you're terrible because you're terrible.
okay, well, I guess thank
See,
you.
You're saying all the things that bother you about the show, but you love doing the show, and I'm the one, and not, that's somehow me picking on you.
I never said you were picking on me. You keep saying
I
that over
asked
and
you
over
if you were
again.
picking on me, and you said yeah because I think your life is miserable.
No, but
Like you're saying all the reasons why the show is horrible, but I said it seems to me like you don't enjoy it that
in
much
what
anymore.
way did I say the show is horrible?
You said you're a punching bag, and all you do is get picked
How does
on,
that make
and that
the
you
show
can't
horrible?
No,
that actually
your-
makes the show better.
Your position of the show. Can I just tell you what bothers me the most? Carmen's distinct silence during all of this.
First off, every time I've tried to say anything, you guys continue whatever conversation that you're having in that room. So
I didn't hear you bust in.
I've bust in a couple of times. Each time it's just been talked over, so I'm just not gonna join in
Oh my
either as well.
God.
No, but I'm just saying,
Bother.
like, I'm not gonna
Oh,
pile
you're not
on.
going to start doing robot voice, are you?
Does it sound like I'm doing robot voice?
No, at least you have some emotion left in you. Okay, well, go ahead.
What?
Talk.
Well, I don't know. What do you want me to say now?
What is your opinion? What do you think about what's going on?
About Spanish? I think, yes, his voice has been more monotoned lately, and I think that's just part of what he's going through. I don't think it's here to stay, as we've already seen, because at one point, he was, like, that lady was confused, thought Spanish was sober, because at one point, Spanish was sober. He's going through a lot of different life changes right now, and at this moment, that voice is just what's helping him stay connected to whatever he's trying to find. So I don't think the voice is here to stay. Has it been monotoned? Yes.
All right. Very good, Carmen.
You're welcome. Is that enough? Do you want, is that okay?
Do you have more?
No, listen, I love Spanish. And as long as he's happy and healthy and he's not doing anything to hurt himself, then I'm here to just hope that he, is
comes back to old Spanish.
Not old Spanish, because I don't think that's ever going to be the thing.
You're saying he lost that love and feeling?
No, I don't. I think it's also part of a maturity aspect. At some point, you don't want to be the kid you used to be. You don't want to be the person who loses your shoes. You don't want to be, you know what I mean? So you're trying to get rid of that side of you. He's trying to get rid of that side of him, and he's just trying to grow into the next phase of his life.
Interesting.
And when, you know what I mean? And he's just trying to find that, and I support it, and I hope he finds it, and I just hope he's happy when he does it,
Okay.
But again, I don't think that voice is here to stay.
You think it's a temporary voice?
I think it's just I think that is his metronome, that it helps him stay focused.
Okay. Is that true, Spanish?
What? Which part? All of it?
Forget it. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yeah, I just hope no one listened to the genius last week when he said to buy GameStack when it was at 50.
Oh my God!
He cost me a couple $100.
I think it's up to $13 today.
Hold it, man. You got to hold it.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's up, crew?
What's up, buddy?
How y'all doing today, man? Good, I hope. Yo, about the Spanish situation. Yo, I'm a jovial at my job always, and 2 weeks ago I lost my wallet, and apparently before I got to my job, everybody was talking, oh man, T is always so happy. He's always so happy. I came in there, I was pissed. I lost my wallet, so I lost everything. And people were like, man, you're just not you today. It's like, yo, I lost my wallet, dog. Y'all want me to do backflips and do all the other crazy stuff? It's like, gee, I lost my wallet.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
But how long did it last? Look at you now. You're back being jovial again.
It took me about 3 or 4 days, but I mean, I lost my wallet, so I had no cards, no anything. Everybody was trying to offer me money. It's like, I don't want y'all's money. I want my wallet. I want my money. So it just took me a couple of days to get out the phone. Again, you lose it.
That is an awful feeling.
So you might just be it might just be a little cloudy, just a little funk, like Carmen just said. He's trying to get out of it, and when he does, he's gonna be back to being the jovial that he is, and y'all gonna be like, dang. Yeah, I remember when he was a little upset. Now he's back to what he is, and y'all gonna be, holy matrimony all over again.
We're gonna be.
And Gavin, stop hating.
We're gonna be wishing.
My bad, stop hating.
We're gonna be wishing he was back monotone again. Thank you, T. Appreciate it.
Right,
exactly. Yeah, I like T better. At least he's in a good mood. All right, there you go. We were done. That's it, Spanish. It's over.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a great learning experience.
You don't seem very satisfied.
I'm very satisfied.
I will input the data.
I don't understand.
The results will be forthcoming.
Let's take a break. Jason Bueller is in town tomorrow night with Saigon Kick. He's going to be stopping by in the studio with us this hour. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 Belmo. I'm very excited to be able to say I'm going to see Saigon Kick tomorrow night.
Yeah. Thank you.
Listen.
That's better than you saying something different than that.
Did we talk about this? I think we did. But first time I ever saw you guys at the Cameo Theater in Miami.
Yep.
Did I tell you? I know I had talked about Matt about this one time ago, but I got tickets from WSHE. I won them. My thing was I love Jeopardy. I love trivia stuff. I just want to be the smart one. And I didn't even care about winning. I don't even know what the prize was. And I called, and T.C. McGuire was the nighttime radio host there. And he said, I'll never forget this because I was not in radio. And he said, all right, hold on a second. He put me on hold, and I waited on hold for a minute or two. And he came back, and he said, all right, I need some information from you. I said, okay, my name, my phone number. And he goes, I need your name, number. And I go, okay. He goes, penis size. And I went, what? And he goes, I'm like 22 at the time. And he caught me off guard. And then we talked for a second. And they had the tickets for me at Will Call. And I went down to check out the show. I'd only seen Saigon Kick one other time. And that was at the Memorial Day Bash at the beach. What was that club on the beach?
Oh, Penrod's.
Penrod's on the beach.
Yep.
And I knew of the band, but I'd only seen them. Was blown away by the first time I saw it. Then went to the Cameo Theater and instantly became the biggest fan. I mean, what great music, what great live performance. And over the years, as the band has changed, I've still been a fan of the music. I had a friend in here that I used to work with yesterday that does video stuff for us, and he was like, I drive around listening to the Saigon Kick albums all the time. So I don't know if you realize this, but the music, is certainly to the Tampa Bay area, has a lasting, made a lasting impression on a lot of people. So I'm very much looking forward to the show tomorrow.
I don't even know what to say anymore. Like that was fantastic. I'm crying.
I wrote that last night. That was
great.
I started thinking about things, and I was like, it's just weird how it all just comes around.
It is amazing. I mean, but like that's the thing for Tampa has always been like every band comes through town anywhere. And it's like, Cleveland's always been a hometown.
Yeah.
But in serious, I mean, but all the way back in the days, whether it was live stocks or any of those events, I mean, we've recorded here. I mean,
There was a guy named Greg Mull who used to be the program director at 98 Rock, who I never worked for. When I worked there, he was already gone. But as a fan of that music, I remember one time me and Moose went to the mall, and Moose had an old license plate on his car, and it was all faded. And he came out, and there was a new license plate on his car with a note from Greg Mull. It said, "Hey, I saw you're a fan, and your plate was kind of dim. I left you a new one." That was the kind of guy that cared.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget when they would do this thing, and they'd do it like a 5 o'clock drive song, and they would play a local band. They'd play Bleeding Hearts with the 5 o'clock. How are you mixing in local bands in there? And we had such a good music scene here. So when we had a Florida band, that was the first band since Molly Hatchet, I think, to come from Florida to have a gold record.
Yeah.
That was doing so well. These stations promoted that band, and you were a home band for Tampa.
But like you said, I mean, it's like it was a time like where before most of those stations became so corporate.
Yeah.
Like a guy like Greg could just go, I like this song and play it. And now it's like it's like they're programming for 50 different cities at the same time.
Yeah.
And no one knows what's going on. But those were the days where you could literally get a station and they would play it and break the band. I mean, so we were from Miami originally, but I think Tampa probably embraced us first.
Yeah.
And it was the Rocket Club.
Rocket Club was the.
That's where we used to.
So I moved here from New York, and in June of 1989, I was a big Bon Jovi fan because I'm from that area, Slippery and Wet at the time. We go to see Bon Jovi. It's Billy Squier, Skid Row, Bon Jovi, Sam Kinnison's there. It's great. I'm in Giant Stadium. There's 80,000 people. Bon Jovi is here. I am here. They are this big, and I'm having the time of my life.
Right.
June, July, August, September, I come down here to go to St. Leo College. Bon Jovi's playing the Lakeland Civic Center. It's general admission. Bon Jovi's here. I am here. I could spit on him. I'm like, I cannot believe that this even exists. 2 weeks later, Anthrax playing the Rocket Club. I didn't even know a world like this. Like now, I try to explain to these kids, they don't realize how good they have it. You can go out and see one of the Buccaneers all the time. You'll run into them out there. You can go find legends like Mike Allstott. Warren Sapp comes to our tailgates. When I grew up in New York, you never saw a football player. You never saw a baseball player. I met Lou Piniella one time at an autograph signing in 1981, and that was the only time I ever seen anybody in Staten Island doing anything. It's just you don't realize how good you have it.
Oh, when I remember getting like a guy who like delivered water to the Miami Dolphins had like an autograph session at the mall. We were blown away. Like he's like third person from a guy that plays on the team.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm excited to see the show tomorrow night. How did the Chicago show go?
It was actually, I like to be self-deprecating, but it was actually pretty epic.
Really?
I think people have a lot of love for a lot of across the history of the band.
Weird that Chicago is one of the big markets for you guys. Not that it's
now's where I go. Chicago's always been a hometown to
us. Much better than Tampa.
It's a big city, and it is so far from South Florida, and it's just great that it caught on there. But yeah, that's all these years still having A lot of fans.
I mean, that's the coolest thing is just, having, people come up and you talk to them. And, I always joke around like, we weren't Led Zeppelin or the Beatles or any of those bands, but, it was big enough that it had an impact on a certain group of people. And when you get to spend some time with them and have them tell you like, oh, we got married to this song, or this was my favorite song in the car, or I met my girlfriend, or whatever, it's, sometimes it gets lost on you.
Yeah.
I'm sure, on you when you meet people outside and they start telling you, oh, when I first heard you on the radio, I was doing this. And you're just like, oh, wow, there's more things in the world than just me.
Yeah. Isn't that weird how people get married to your song?
Yeah.
Isn't that's
if they knew what an idiot I was, I think it would really ruin the romantic part of it. I always feel like that you must be so disappointed.
That's so funny. I think about sometimes people. There's a woman that I know. There's a couple of dudes I know, but there's a woman that has my face tattooed on her ass cheek.
That was me, actually. I'm not a woman.
No, that was a woman affectionately called Crazy Patty.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I'm aware. I've watched. I follow.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Crazy Patty has for some time been absent from the show. We don't even know if she's still alive or not, but evidently she is. And she has to look at me every time she looks in the mirror, and that blows my mind.
Yeah.
So to think that people are singing Saigon Kick songs to each other in the car when it comes on me, like, oh, this was our song.
Or even the tattoos, specifically of the Lizard record. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen so many that it means that much to people is pretty impressive.
Who is your favorite band?
My favorite band?
Yeah.
That's so hard to say because I like so much music. But I mean,
Well, yeah. I mean,
the
like
Beatles.
if you had to name
I mean,
like,
it goes
like
back
three,
to
top
it goes
three.
back to the Beatles and Queen and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But all the way through, like even now, like Meshuggah. I mean, I'm one of those older fellas that still listens to all the new music with the new kids. So I mean, I was listening. Like I'll listen to Barry. If you saw my like playlist, you'd have me institutionalized.
Yeah.
It's like it goes Barry Manilow,
I'm the same.
Metallica,
I'm exactly the
into
same, yeah.
Something Southern rock, into like something EDM, into Katy Perry, into I just like good tunes.
And what did you listen to as a kid?
Me?
Yeah.
Kiss, Van Halen.
Oh, that's right. I knew you were a big Kiss fan.
Yeah, big
Yeah,
Kiss
yeah.
guy. I'm one of the. I think I'm the only person. I'm in all the history books and Gene's autobiography now.
Oh, that's great. Good
So
for you.
That's
That
my
must-
big claim to fame.
Yeah.
Other than being the bass player for Jason Bieler and
Right.
Saigon Kick.
Which is equal when you think they're the same size.
Similar.
Yeah, it's very
Similar,
serious.
yeah.
Stature wise.
We're talking off the air. You were asking about Burns. You have not been to Burns?
I've never been to Burns, and one of my best friends, he won't shut up about it. He's like, every time Tampa comes up, he's like, we got to go to Burns. We got to go to Burns.
It is one of those things in Tampa where if you haven't done it, you have to do it. But it's a fantastic steakhouse, but it is more of a presentation. Like you looking at 3 hours of going there to eat with the dessert room on top of it. And it is everything that you wished a fancy restaurant would be. But also great food, and but it's one of those.
It's an experience.
It's experience.
Yeah, for sure.
I once booked an Airbnb in a dessert room there. Stayed for the whole weekend. It was pretty good.
Dude, their dessert room is fantastic. You go upstairs into an entirely different area, and they have these little round half booths, and everybody eats dessert in those rooms, the most decadent desserts, and they either make them for you right there or bring them into you. It's pretty
Back in the
fantastic.
day, the owner's son was a Saigon Kick fan.
Really?
I'm name dropping.
Yeah.
So we used to go there, and it's like when you go there, a lot of times there's partially an older crowd at one point that
Yeah.
looked like Thurston and Lovey Howell.
Yeah.
And then we'd show up, and they would treat us so well and so nice. But it's the food's outrageous. We took the kitchen tour with
Yeah, you have to
the
go. The
aged
first
beef
time you
room.
go, you have to see everything. You have to see the wine room. It's one of the largest wine collections in the world, and you have to see it the first time you go. And even if you're like, I don't care, you'll end up caring by the end of the thing.
And not to mention you getting in there because friends with the son of the owner and stuff, because otherwise you have to have like a 3-month reservation, and all that.
I don't know if my weight still pulls like that though. Although I am myself aged beef at this point. So.
All right, the show is tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
It is at the Capitol Theater, and we will be down there. You've not played down there?
Never.
We were trying to. Galvin asked me a question. There are seats in the theater.
Yes, I feel very passionately about knowing how I feel about having to stand up in a pit for a 2-hour show.
Right.
So whilst I'd like to coordinate it where the crowd jumps up after a song, says yay, and then you please be seated, enjoy your beverages.
Oh, there's no way people are sitting.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting.
I am. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know where are we sitting. Do we know? Do you know? I don't know. They already called us and said we're on the guest
Yeah,
list.
I took.
I mean, I always figured I was going to play.
You know the owner's son.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
I
right.
You're
was gonna
already
play bass on a
becoming
couple of
difficult,
songs.
Mike.
I plan on standing on the corner of the stage and waving to you and waving to the people that.
I was just going to hold your microphone
on stage with us.
Yeah. Everybody just stare and don't say anything. Just put some fat guy on stage with you guys. No, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the music and seeing the old stuff. I've seen you do it all before, and it's good. It's definitely good.
But have you seen Phil's hair?
Looks good. Always looks good. He points it out too, right? He said that when he was in
He
here
literally
last time.
put up a post this morning from the airport, like having a great hair day, like 2 hours ago during the layover.
Last time when he was in here, he took his headphones off and he goes, "My hair still looks good."
Well, at least he's not shy.
Yeah.
God bless his.
All right. So who's on what? Who's playing what? You're singing and playing guitar.
Yes, sir. Steven's gonna be singing and playing bass. Phil Verone on drums. We have, by the time we did the Water record, we were a 3-piece. So technically, there's almost 66% of the original lineup. So I think that's a pretty good
Who
number.
was it? It was you, Phil, and
Chris McClernand.
And Chris,
who's having some health issues, unfortunately, so he couldn't join us.
Right.
In the rare case where he doesn't hate us.
I was gonna say, so he doesn't hate you.
No.
Yeah.
Chalk one up for me.
Yeah, finally. No, that's so funny. You know what's so interesting is usually when there's band fighting, you can be like, well, I mean, I could see why he's kind of. You're just not. You're just not that guy.
I think I'm delightful, but I don't know. I find
we
myself...
just fight about where we're going to eat.
Yeah.
That's
Where
the
are you
name.
going to eat today?
I don't know.
Well, you may not want to say
Burns.
it. But
Burns.
No, there's a good breakfast spot not far from here.
Well, you got to hook a brother up. You know?
Yeah, I got you.
If I don't have my blood sugar kept at a constant like muffin level,
Now you have your family here.
I do.
Yeah, and your son is and my son have to be similar ages. I remember.
My son's a little bit older than
Right.
yours. I think my son's 23.
Will he go to the show? And does he think it's cool that his dad is in a band?
I don't know that he thinks it's cool. I think he thinks it's cool the people I know that are in bands. So like Corey
But, you see, can
Taylor,
we
he
talk-
thinks it's cool. Like, oh, my dad.
Can we talk to him?
I don't know if he'd want to come in.
Go-
but I got to get him.
Well, Joe, will you go get him?
Yeah, I'll get him.
Go. Make it snappy. will you?
My wife will kill me.
What?
but
She's welcome to
She,
come
would- no,
in.
she wants nothing to do with it. I'm
Oh,
serious.
okay. Yeah.
But he'll come in.
I'm very familiar with your wife, with wives wanting nothing to do with the show. No, I'm not gonna make fun of him or anything.
No,
I
I
can't
want
drag
him
mine
to
to
know.
a show at this point.
What's
No,
that?
he does not
I
want
can't
to
drag
come
my
in.
wife
He doesn't
to a
want to
show
come
at
in.
this point.
He doesn't want to come in.
I've embarrassed him enough in his life. I
You're
guess.
not that cool.
Tell him. Just try to say. I just want to ask him about if he thinks his dad's cool for being in a band. Tell him I don't plan
not
on
gonna make fun.
embarrassing him or anything.
My son's not here, but I can tell you he's not impressed.
Well,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
with-
impressed with you if my grandfather was in the Bee Gees.
Fair enough.
Dude, now what do they feel about that?
Well, apparently talent skips a generation, so my son's fine with it.
Yeah. But I mean, do they realize the royalty that's there?
I think they realize, without a doubt, they realize it. But at the same time, they don't know Grandpa
That way, yeah, as a
they know
superstar.
Grandpa more as Grandpa.
Yeah.
So
How old are they, approximately?
my son's 18. He's actually graduating end of this month, and my daughter's 21.
Girl.
Yeah,
Right.
I would imagine as they get older, they're going to be like, "Holy cow!
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
crazy
yeah.
how huge they are in just the
pantheon of culture.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
It's almost Saigon Kick size. I mean, if you think about it.
Yeah, I remember one time we were at a Benihana, the whole family. My daughter was very, very young,
Right.
like maybe 4 years old, and she goes to my dad. She's like, "Papa, come outside with me," and he goes, "Oh no, sweetie, Papa doesn't do that because
Yeah.
Too many
just
people.
There's just too many people.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going to be a thing." And she didn't understand it. She's like, "I just want to go outside with you," and he goes, "No,
Yeah,
that's a whole thing for me." It was.
That's
In
a
fairness-
that's a normal human thing.
In fairneen, Steven said the same thing to me this morning at the hotel. I was like, "Papa, come outside with me," and he was like, "No, Papa doesn't come outside with you." Basically.
I was walking with in Disney World with Pete's son and my son and Pete, and some guy recognized me from the show, and he stopped and I talked to him and whatever. And then a couple minutes later, some lady asked me if we could take a picture, and I was like, "No." To me, I'm like, "This is great." And And then Jake, Pete's son, looked at me and he's got this tiny little voice, like he talks like he should do voiceovers for Disney. And he looks at me and he goes, "Uncle Mike," and he goes, "This is really getting to be a pain in the ass." It was great.
Well, he did give an answer, by the way. The son did give an answer.
What
He
did
didn't
he
want
say?
to come in.
Okay.
He said his answer was, "It depends on the day."
Yeah, I just think like when it's bring your dad to work day or go talk to the kids about your career day, you know what I mean? It's much cooler to have a dad who's a singer and a guitar player in a band than it is who's an accountant or an electrician.
Don't you find it the same way? Like with your kids, it's like it's very hard to explain how we wound up making a living doing this kind of thing. Like it's like other guys' dads leave the house,
Right?
at 8,
Yeah. But the fact that we all have is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's kind of like the fact that I'm not a Walmart greeter is one of the world's greatest bonus gifts.
When my daughter came home and she said, "My teachers know who you are," I answered her the way you should. I looked at her and I go, "Yes, I'm super famous. Everyone loves me. Get that through your head." I've been saying things like that to them since they were little, and they don't buy it whatsoever.
Doesn't work for me either.
No, but it could be a lot worse. Listen, she's going to go see Taylor Swift this year, so that'll be the.
Then
day
you're
that
the coolest dad in the world.
Coolest dad in the
Right.
world. Same way with Kiss and.
You know what always blows my kids' minds because I've toured a lot and we've toured a lot in our
Right.
lives. So I don't think about it, but like I know people kind of in most cities. I know at least one person
Right, from moving
everywhere
around.
I go. And I remember one time I was on tour with my pops and I was able to bring my kids and we were in Boston or whatever. And we just walked out of the front of the hotel and a buddy of mine that I was on tour with, a year prior, was just standing across the street and he's like, "Kid!" And my kids are like, "How does he know
Yeah,
you?"
you've
And
been around.
And then it would happen again and happen again. So the thing to them that's the most intriguing about it is like dad knows all these people
Yeah.
all over the place, and that's kind of cool. Like that's the interesting thing to them.
The funny thing for my son was like I wound up doing some music with this guy named Clay Cook,
Right.
and we met literally on Twitter, which is where I meet most of my men. And
now,
but he started talking, and Clay goes, "Hey, I'm coming to town, with my band," and I was like, "Oh, and I'm kind of like you with me." He's like, "Oh, now I got to go see this guy's band and support this band." So I'm like, "Okay, I'll go see this band." I'm like, what's the name of your band or whatever? And he's like, "Well, I'm in the Zach Brown band." And it still didn't dawn on me. I'm like, "Oh, cool. I'll go. What pub are you guys playing or whatever?"
Yeah.
My son's like, "Dude." And so, we go to like a 35,000 seat amphitheater, sold out completely. And Clay brings my son up on stage and is showing him all the stuff. And on the bus with the whole Zach Brown band guys. And then he's like,
cool.
"My dad's cool."
That's really cool. Yeah. That's so funny.
The Saigon Kick stuff, not so much, but the
Yeah,
Zach Brown-
well, I guess that's
What
how it
can
goes.
you
Yeah, I got to tell you, I don't think my son. I mean, he's only got a 2-minute drive to school, but I don't think he ever listened to the show. I mean, he knows what goes on, but I don't think he's ever done it. My daughter really sucker punched me. I had to do a bit where she read mean things that people said about me on Twitter, and I had her read them, and it was great. And then one time she just was like, "No, I'm done." We finally got a good bit going, kid. And she's like, "Yeah, people at school are finding it on YouTube now. I don't want to do it anymore." I'm like, "God damn it, you're rats." All right, listen, I'm excited to see this band tomorrow night, Capitol Theater. By nobody else, right?
We have Sean Kyle is opening up, a singer-songwriter from the area. He's gonna do some
What's his
stuff.
name?
Sean Kyle.
I don't know who that is.
He's brilliant.
Is he?
Yes. We're going to make sure he has no sound or lights, though, so we can go on.
Yeah.
And just, no, I'm just kidding. But he's good.
I didn't know if you really knew who he was or not the way you said it.
I do.
Yes.
We're on video, by the way.
I know. No, of course. He's played with Jeff and I before. I think.
Okay. All right. So
super
good.
talented.
Get there early. It's a great place to see a show. They got a great bar upstairs, and we will be there hanging out. I'm looking forward to having a good time and seeing Saigon Kick on stage first time
And possibly the last time.
possibly the last time.
My first time seeing Saigon Kick.
Really?
Yeah, I saw Jason
Really?
with Jeff over at the Hard Rock.
Oh,
you guys
yeah,
doing
yeah.
different stuff, whatever. But yeah, first time actually seeing you guys live.
That's where they thought like we were a bar mitzvah band or something like that, and people just kept coming out of the
people were
bonus
just
room
walking
like,
up and
"Can
talking
you
to
wish
them."
my daughter happy birthday? And here's some
That's so
cake."
weird.
And I was like, "All right, bring me the cake. I'm okay with it." I
Where
mean,
was this? The Hard Rock here?
Yeah.
Hard Rock here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. For me, I had my birthday party at the Hard Rock, and I was like, we just started talking. You guys were doing some touring together, you and Matt, and I said, "Hey, could we get you guys to play my birthday party?" and they came and they did it. Meanwhile,
No, that was awesome. I'm talking about Jeff and I played.
no,
like
no, I
last
remember.
year.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I remember. But I'm
That
just saying, I missed 90% of it because we're on the line greeting people and stuff when everybody was coming in. So I'm kind of like trying to watch it. I'm geeking out over seeing the two of you up
I
there.
was hurt. You and Pete did the same thing you do at the regular show. You took a picture of the first second. Like it's his own birthday party, and he left the show.
Yeah.
I will be there early. I will be singing the songs. I will be having a
Fantastic.
great time. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Great.
First one's in, first one's out.
Thanks
Yes,
so much.
yes. No, I'm staying. I'm going to take a picture with you after the show just to show that I stayed
right,
for the
I'll
whole
be
thing.
there too, so I'll know how long you stay.
These guys wrap me out for everything. So, Saigon Kick tomorrow night at the Capitol Theater in Clearwater. If you don't have tickets, get them now. We will see you there tomorrow night. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone. I was talking to Jason after the show. This year, it's Memorial Day. There was a bar on the beach, kind of like Undertow, where they're on the beach, but yet they're a bar. You know what I mean? Like you can hang out on the beach and drink behind there. And it was called Penrod's, and they built this big stage out there. And they would have all these bands come play for the Memorial Day concert. And it was WSHE was a radio station. WSHE, She's Only Rock and Roll, was awesome. And they made their stickers kind of long, like those college, like university stickers. So if you saw the back of somebody's window and it said, Harvard University, they were the long, thin ones. And it said WSHE, She's Only Rock and Roll. It was pretty cool. Anyway, the reason why I went to the first show was because Aldo Nova had a new album out. The first time he had an album out in like 20 years, and John Bon Jovi produced it. And they kept saying, Aldo Nova will be here with a special guest who we are not allowed to say. And I was like, oh, I know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down there and went by myself because I just moved there and I didn't know anybody. Wasn't in a fraternity yet, didn't know nothing. And I do remember a lot of drunk girls and a lot of nipples coming out of a lot of girls were on shoulders.
Yeah.
And
Go
nipples
on.
out. I was like, yes, this is quite the. I didn't drink. I just went there and hung out, and it was Aldo Nova, Night Ranger, and I don't know if those were. I'm combining the 2 years. There was a bunch of different bands.
I like it.
And one of the years, Saigon Kick played, and that was the first time I ever saw them play. And that time, I think Moose was with me.
Real quick, who is Aldo Nova's special guest? Was there one, or were they just?
It was John Bon Jovi.
Oh, Bon Jovi actually showed up,
and he did music. He sang with Aldo Nova, and then he did one song, I think, but he stayed on the stage the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting because he brought the girls out for sure. I mean, it was like in the height of the time. So, yeah, that was a good time, man. That was when radio stations really had some pull to put together full day concerts with different bands.
You keep saying
Good.
Aldo Nova,
Yeah.
and I keep hearing Aldous Snow.
I would rather have seen Aldo Snow than I would Aldo Nova.
In my mind, that's what I keep hearing you say.
Yeah.
Life is just a fantasy.
That's Aldo Nova. You know that song?
Yeah, I know the song.
And then he didn't have any other songs. And the funny thing is that you were like, man, Aldo Nova, that song was like so long ago. He must be old as hell now. And he was only like in his 30s because that song came out when he was like 17 years old. So so it was good. It was a good time. But that was a great opportunity to see Saigon Kick for the first time, and then I became an instant fan.
Let me ask you this: will you wear a rock shirt to Saigon Kick, and what will that shirt be?
I'm probably gonna wear my Saigon Kick shirt. No, I don't even have one. I'm just kidding. Well, actually, I think I do have one. But anyway, no, I'm not. I'm probably gonna go plain black T-shirt.
Oh, just plain black.
Plain black T-shirt.
Right.
Guy.
Hot.
Yeah. Hot. Is that,
Yeah.
Oh, Spanish is back.
Oh, yes.
By the
You said an
way,
emotional hot.
By the way, I knew that Steven and Jason were coming in today, and I purposely wore my Triumph shirt and got the comment.
Yep.
See, that's what you want. You want the band to comment on your shirt.
You're very calculated in your black band T-shirts. Like you put a lot of thought into
I
it.
do, for sure.
Like you had
Putting in the
Rockville all planned out and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But let me break your whole theory.
No, you're not.
I will.
going to. All right.
Okay, don't look at me. Look out over the crowd. You're sitting on your Galvin throne.
Okay.
Playing the drums.
Yeah.
And you look out into a crowd of our adoring fans.
Uh-huh.
And you see a bunch of Pitbull toddler shirts.
Yes.
That would make me feel wonderful.
Sure.
If I went out there and saw a bunch of Pearl Jam shirts, I'd be like, why are you wearing that crap? Yeah, I know. I like them, but they're not here.
Listen,
I'm here.
The band wants you to wear the shirt.
Yeah.
They want you to buy the shirt. They want you to buy the shirt and wear the shirt at the show.
Okay.
That's all. Totally. But now look out over the crowd.
Okay.
You're playing the bass. And you're doing this stuff. Yeah, you're rocking out. You're having a good
white
time.
man overbite.
And then you see somebody with a band T-shirt on of a band that you like.
Oh, is that?
That you're like, oh my God, that's
Is that P-Lander Z?
P-Lander Z,
That's pretty
and they're
good.
seeing us, and that's cool. That's a good, connection there.
Yeah.
You know?
If there's a connection, I understand.
So,
but
like, if Jason said, if you're out there and you know what, maybe I'll wear my Queen shirt because he mentioned that how much he loves Queen, so I wear Queen. He goes, that guy likes Queen and he likes us. That's pretty cool.
But is it the same where a guy wears a Vikings jersey to the Bucks Falcons game?
No, you're awful.
Okay, but let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
And I'm like, what the hell's he doing here?
So if I go up to New York and I get invited to a Giants game,
yes,
I don't have a Giants jersey.
No,
I'm not interested in really getting one. I have my Bucks jersey with me because I was wearing it on Sunday to support the Bucks anyway. I'm wearing it to the game. I'm a football fan wearing a football team representing my team.
No. Do you? I don't expect you to remember, but of all the tailgates, all the Buccaneers, 102.5 The Bone, Mike Calta, Budweiser tailgates that I've come out to, do you know what shirts I've worn?
Probably black band shirts.
Not Steelers shirts.
No.
Not Bucs shirts because I'm not a fake Bucs fan. So I showed up in just regular shirts.
Yeah. That's the move.
That's the move.
Unless they're playing the Steelers.
Right. And then I went to Raymond James Stadium in all my Steelers gear.
I don't like that.
Team shirt.
That's not the
team
rule.
shirt. Listen to me.
Not
That's
the
rule.
same as band shirt?
Team
Not the
shirt
rule.
of the team that is playing, 100% wear it. Band shirt of the band that's playing, 100% loser.